Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Off the Ropes presented by The Outliers. If you're new around here, hit the like button, comment down below and subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about Summerslam, but before we get started, we've got a very special guest. I think our first guest in Off the Ropes that's not like a promotion. We've got Nick Stav, a big WWE fan, the face of the NRL. Nick Stav.
Say it again.
Wait, one thing. I know we're a wrestling podcast. First of all, appreciate you coming on to tonight's podcast. It's been a while since we said, we wanted to bring you on, especially for the wrestling bits. Appreciate you coming on, Stav.
Looking forward to it, boys.
But first things first, I know we're a wrestling podcast, but I've got to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Do you really believe you're the face of the NRL?
I know it. Everybody knows it. I'm not just the face now. I'm the future face and the forever face of the NRL.
Shit.
I'm seeing this beautiful face everywhere. Get used to it.
Well, you got what? What do you got? Hello, Sport. You're a bloke in a bar, hectic Fred.
Everyone's
a lot of competition.
Everyone's saying it's a hit list. It's not a hit list. It's a queue that they're trying to come at the king.
Okay.
Get in
You know
line.
what?
Get in
I respect
line.
it. I respect it. Well, anyways, let's talk about SummerSlam. That's what we're going to talk about this week.
Yep.
Mate, I can't wait for it.
Bro, it's going to be a big one.
First off, what do you think about the two nights?
At first, I didn't like the idea of it, but like if you asked us 5 years ago about a 2-night WrestleMania, I was a bit sour of it as well because like that night one main event doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
But now that we've actually lived through a few WrestleManias now with 2 nights, I'm appreciative of the 2 nights. So
I agree.
I don't know, man.
I'm happy. Like, think about it. You look at night one, say it's such a fantastic event. You're looking forward for the next night as well. It's not the end of SummerSlam. You got another night. I enjoy it.
All right, it's
I
good
think
from a fan perspective, but why do we need 2 nights for a Mania and a SummerSlam?
It's a big event, I guess.
Why is there 2 main events? It's like, what's
You
the
know-
point of the main event spot of a SummerSlam card or even a Mania? Like, main event in WrestleMania is a big deal. And like, say for instance, CM Punk did like this year, first main event of
It's
WrestleMania.
really a main event.
Did he really main event
Yeah, I know what
WrestleMania?
you mean.
And you could say the same for SummerSlam. Do
I
you
know
know
what
what
you
I mean?
mean.
Do
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
what you
getting
mean,
at?
But if WWE are telling enough good stories and they can supply us with the 2-night card,
Yeah.
we're all going to be open ears to it and we're all going to watch it
Oh,
100%.
Mate, I want 4
get
nights.
that. Yeah, I get that main event point, but I think if CM Punk's in a match, closing a show at WrestleMania in front of 60, 70,000 fans,
Yeah.
opposed to the ring of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, I call that enough to be a main
Yeah, I
event.
agree.
So-
Yeah,
How
I
long
agree.
was a WrestleMania back then? What, 5 hours, 4 hours?
Oh,
What?
yeah, well,
Yeah, it used to be.
When
Yeah,
you
Like,
say
it used to be
back
3 to
then-
4 hours
Back then,
max.
that's what I'm saying.
As in what, like
how
20,
the
20
duration
towards
of
the
it.
end
I
of
think
the one night?
WrestleMania 35 started at like 5 p.m. and the show closed past midnight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
think
that's
that's
why
why-
it used to go
bad.
4 or 5
That's
hours
bad.
maximum.
But what about
yeah.
back before that? Like it
Oh,
wasn't
but
that
like
long.
back in the days?
Wasn't
Oh,
like say
yeah.
You
WrestleMania
would think it was
24.
pretty much the
But-
same because it was a one night
But you
thing.
also got to remember those were the days. Like I think like WrestleMania 29, like did it even have a female match on the card?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it turned
yeah.
out like
But
that.
like, wouldn't you feel that was like, all right, yeah, you want to fit everyone on that roster onto that card, but don't you feel like it's not special? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I get a different feeling with like one night, 2 nights.
you look at
but I
the-
feel like it should be one night because I don't know. It's like whoever they pick to be on that card for that one show is like. It's something special. Like you got a WrestleMania match even.
Like, it's hard to get there.
Now they just give it out like it's nothing. Like you're on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pre-show, you get one match, or you're facing or whoever
Whoever
it
it
is.
is, even
Your
in the
average
mid-card
Joe
too,
who's
yeah.
like a jobber that does a main event every week. He gets a WrestleMania match or a
And that's
SummerSlam.
right,
the
yeah.
War Raiders versus the New Day.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Look, I'm fine with everyone getting a match on the card. I'm so fine, but just build the story, make it worth our while.
Yeah.
You know, like the New Day were actually a great tag team, and
Yeah.
when they turned them heel, you go, oh, bro, we're building a good story here.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they put the foot off the gas for a bit.
Exactly.
You know, so-
And the storylines are not lasting as well. Like some of them are not lasting,
Yeah.
but the future ones, like as in the main rosters, like as in Cody Rhodes and say CM Punk and Gunther and all them. Yeah, that's why it's always building up stronger and stronger. But the rest, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel
it's
like
not- it's
now,
not-
I feel
it's
like
not as
now,
much,
I
you
feel
know?
like now in terms of the build up too, it's
Yeah.
because of all these PLEs and
Yeah.
and
And now
events that
title
happen.
shots are all on the line as well
Yeah,
as SummerSlam as well.
And I think that's the issue. That there's
Yeah.
a pay-per-view every 2 weeks. How can you build a strong enough story in the span of 2 weeks?
Exactly.
When back in I think even like 2 years ago, you were getting like a maximum 10 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah.
So you weren't getting them every single month, let alone every 2 weeks like we get it now.
Yeah.
Bro,
it's
less is
crazy.
more, man.
Yeah.
Like this build up, like for instance, Punk and Gunther, they could have made a mad fucking
It
build up to
hasn't. It's
SummerSlam.
rushed.
It
is
feels rushed.
Yeah,
2 weeks
it
out,
really-
promos.
I'm not even a big fan of like winning a match to becoming number one contender as well. Like build the story. Why is CM Punk versus Gunther? That CM Punk John Cena feud we had like a couple months ago. Brilliant feud because it was built on history, it was built on
Yeah.
nostalgia, and it was built on them actually telling a story. Where like Gunther and Sam Punk,
Yeah.
they can actually tell a good promo. We saw it the other day, the week before, but they just need enough more weeks to actually build that story properly.
And that's what they're missing right now in the product. Like, I feel like they should steer away from trying to break kayfabe. I want to mention it. They should steer away from trying to break kayfabe and focus more on the kayfabe itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm referring to Unreal. I want to talk about
let's
that
talk
real
about that.
quick.
Yeah.
Unreal, that just released on Netflix. What are your opinions on it, Stav?
For me personally, I think a lot of people go breaking kayfabe. What's kayfabe in 2025? We know the shows are scripted. We know the wrestlers like each other. We know Triple H is booking every single show. Like, in essence, what is kayfabe? I love to see the background of it all, to see how John Cena turned heel, how they booking these matches. You see, even episode 1, the match producers, how much pressure they have to actually get these matches over the line. Even Rhea Ripley in that first episode,
I was just watching it today.
you can see how frantic she is, but she's trying to remember move after move after move. And do you know why I think this is good? Because it actually puts a spotlight on how hard professional wrestling is. Everyone goes, it's fake, they're not taking bumps, they're not taking this. To follow that script they have to follow, putting their bodies on the line in front of a live audience, is a lot more pressure than The Rock turning up on a movie set in Hollywood when he gets about 18 takes to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great in that way, but I feel like, okay, what's kayfabe in 2025? Yeah, what is it? Like, everyone knows it's scripted and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but I feel like the true essence of what pro wrestling is kayfabe, no matter what year you're in and how many times they break it. I feel like, unveiling that curtain and showing us everything about the business. Yeah, sure. From a viewer's perspective, amazing. I want to see what they get up to and how they book and stuff like that. But I don't know. As a fan, it's like, bro, it's I don't know how to explain it. I'm not happy with it. I don't like how they've just torn what was kayfabe apart.
Look, I think people enjoy the mystique around wrestling. There's nothing better than getting a surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble. We love the mystique of it. But at the end of the day, what Unreal is doing is not actually stopping that. We can tune in 6 months down the line and they're not going to show us what happens until it actually happens.
Yeah,
they're showing us the behind the scenes of this John Cena heel turn, when in essence, that John Cena heel turn was a top 2, top 3 most shocking moment in WWE history.
I think the biggest, to be honest.
I think it's definitely up there. I'd say I have it just behind Undertaker losing the streak.
Okay,
I think that's got to be the number one most. Especially to like that random Brock Lesnar match.
And no one expected that.
But like you mentioned it, Stav, like they're showing Cena as a heel, as a babyface in that documentary. Okay, we've seen Cena break it many times on, like, I think it was the post-match show. Oh, no, not post-match. I think it must have been Pat McAfee show. Yeah, I think after Mania or something like that. A lot of interviews
leading into Mania. I think he sat down with Daniel Cormier as well.
I think he did. Yeah. So, like, but to talk about the heel turn and stuff like that, like in the midst of his heel run, I feel like it's like, if you're going to do that, release it at the end. You know what I mean? Like, it's ruining Cena's heel run right now.
Like, I know what you're trying to say, but you talk about him being babyface, but we've seen Cena off air.
Yeah, as I said.
Babyface. I'm saying not. Yeah. You're seeing the behind the scenes and thing, but we're seeing him in interviews with that he's acting still a babyface. So I don't feel it's like a massive thing what's happening with like the behind the scenes. I think it's good to get an insight. Like you said, it's good, but again, it's ruining what's the
like. I don't want to hear.
Built on.
I don't want to hear I was saying this earlier. I don't want to hear Triple H on a table full of writers saying, "I want Punk to go over in the Rumble." Like, it already happened. Long gone, Jay won this year, but I just don't want to hear it as a fan. But I do want to hear it, but I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
I know what you're trying to say. I don't know.
We're in like a new generation. Like, they never had sponsors back then in the rings on tables. You know, they never got the likes of Logan Paul in a WWE ring. You know, I think they're just changing and evolving. And I think, if anything, them doing this Netflix series is going to bring more people into this business. And again, as you said, it's a good point that, you know, we don't want them to reveal as much. But I feel now everything's based on Netflix and social media. That's the way they're going to...
But it doesn't have to.
Like
I get it, but it doesn't have to.
Exactly.
Collaborating with UFC now,
it's just
all
new,
these
it's just
things.
the new
Okay, they want to bring realism, but bro, like, WWE is real. Wrestling's real.
Yeah.
But it stabs repping the shirt. But in the essence, it's like it's a TV show. Like, I don't want to see the behind the scenes. I just want to watch the show.
Yeah,
bro.
but what Samuel saying before, like how they're saying there was no sponsorship, no nothing. But back in the days, they used to have tapes after the matches. They have to sit down what to fix up and what to move on.
But we're not talking about. We're talking about the actual kayfabe.
I know what I meant.
I don't only care about what's happening in the ring and on live tapings, Raw, SmackDown, anything that's in essence canon to the storyline.
Yeah,
that's what I protect. Like when The Rock turned up to Netflix Raw premiere at the start of the year and he started glazing Cody Rhodes,
was the weirdest
started
moment.
acknowledging Roman Reigns, that stuff grinds my gears because you're actually ruining the essence of the story. Go on the Today Show, tell that you love Cody Rhodes, say that he's the face of the company, go do that. But anything that's on camera in terms of in storyline on the wrestling show, that's where you're in character. That's when you're in character.
Yeah.
I
I get
like,
it.
we are evolving, and I know like it's the TKO era.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we can try and cover it up all they want. They're doing this for money, and they're doing this really for the respect out of Netflix.
Yeah.
you know?
Do you rate what TKO is doing, like with the sponsors and stuff like that? Do you
Look,
think it's overdone?
I don't really care about the spot. It's a business at the end of the day. I get it. They're looking to make money. It's when they start ripping off the fans and when you start actually harming the product. Having Fortnite on the map on WWE Raw doesn't harm the product.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say? That doesn't harm the wrestlers. But when you start forcing pay-per-views down the throats of people every 2 weeks, that does harm the story and that does harm the product. That's what grinds my gears.
Yeah, like you see with the pay-per-views, fans are sick of it. Like it's forcing things like where you don't need a pay-per-view to Saturday's main event. You've got what's that thing every week? Is it or
What is it?
Saturday night? No, not Saturday's main event.
NXT.
No,
Well, is it a
keep
pay-per-view?
talking.
Is it
It's a
PLE?
pay-per-view that happens once a week.
Once a week.
Oh, WWE.
Oh, main
speed.
event.
Main event is
Yeah,
a main
main
event.
event.
It's not Saturday. Everything.
So it's
always
like a
main
pre-show before the SmackDown.
That's like a show for the jobbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been around for years.
Yeah,
It's always been happening like that.
Yeah.
But that nothing happens on that show. But I get you. I mean, like as Stav was saying, like if they're trying to shove shit down your throat, that's when it becomes an issue. But like in terms of the sponsors in the ring, I was against it. I got used to it. But if we start talking about the tables and the ladders, how
See,
that's about how's it
that's
going.
a
shoving
different
down
level,
your
yeah.
throat. Like
Yeah.
they're actually pulling out a table in a random segment that does not need a table.
Or like Seth Rollins is going to win the Money in the Bank when he pulls up the Slim Jim ladder. So, you know what I mean? So it's a bit overdone in that
To be
way.
honest,
But
that table, the ladder wasn't that bad, but that table was atrocious. The Slim Jim,
table.
that was
Oh, mate.
disgusting.
Yeah, John Cena's pipe bomb's ever going to be remembered. Lying on the Slim Jim table.
Fuck, bro, they must have got a bag from that, eh?
But yeah, let's move on to SummerSlam. Let's talk about the first and probably the biggest match of the evening.
We'll
John
start
Cena,
from the bottom to the top.
John Cena and Cody Rhodes. What are your thoughts? Is a potential heel turn from Cody? Cena goes back to babyface. How do you see it happening?
Surely the
Nick?
fucking Rock comes.
Surely,
Surely, bro.
I'll be so pissed if he rocks
Yeah,
up
I
in
know.
general, though. Because
yeah.
he should have been at Mania. And I'm not saying it because I was there, but he needed to be at Mania because you had the best heel turn in the history of the company. You had John Cena turning heel. Mr. Never Give Up. Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect. Sold all his values out because he only had 12 months left on the clock to finally become the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And that was all because the final boss can make shit happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when WrestleMania came for shit to happen, the final boss was not
Bro,
there.
I'm telling you,
But
that
who
build,
was there? Travis Scott.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I actually kind of the Travis Scott hate for me is a little bit overhated on.
Yeah.
Travis Scott, I'm not saying you should have been involved in that John Cena heel turn. I'm not saying you should have been involved in that Mania main event. But once they put him in that Elimination Chamber moment, I didn't mind the idea. You got The Rock, Hollywood global actor, owner of TKO. Travis Scott, global rapper, got a lot of global presence. And then John Cena is that middle ground. You have these three guys that dominate the world, suffocate Cody Rhodes that much that he has to relinquish the title at one point. And then when it came to WrestleMania, in storyline, what those three did to Cody at the Chamber, they should have all been there at WrestleMania. So I still have this theory that The Rock's told Triple H, I'm not going to be at WrestleMania. Triple H is probably thinking, what are you on about? That does not align with the storyline you started at the Elimination Chamber. And he's kind of winded one up by putting Travis Scott in there because he knew it would get backlash that The Rock should have been there. Because could you imagine they didn't do that heel turn at Elimination Chamber? They just left it to Mania. And you had Cena turn heel, just low blows Cody without The Rock or without Travis Scott. Still makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Complete sense.
Yeah, no.
So that's why I think The Rock stepping in now, it's like, you know you failed by not turning up at Mania, so you're there to cover the cracks, unless The Rock's there to turn Cody heel. That's the only reason you have The Rock there.
You look at the promos recently. So Cena, the way he was talking the contract signing on SmackDown, it was like Cena was more of a babyface. He was very, very respectful. He
saying
was
sorry,
saying sorry,
can't make
etc.
it.
He can't make it.
Yeah.
And the way Cody attacks him, it just gives me a bit of a heel look for Cody. And then the week after, or probably 2 weeks after, he comes out in such a bad way that he wants Cena to come in a way that he's always been as a babyface, come out happy, run out with your music, etc., etc. That's why, for me, it might be too much. I'm looking into it, but with those little details, I feel they're hinting for a Cena
Face turn.
face turn, and then Cody into heel turn. That's what I see.
I think there's no better place to do it than SummerSlam. I think now's the time. And I understand people saying the heel, now he's starting to finally find his feet as being a heel.
Yeah.
It's getting more interesting. But again, on your point, I think the only reason Rock comes is if Cody's going to turn heel. I think Cody's going to probably feel, what's the word? Regret not taking the offer in WrestleMania. He's going to take the offer this time to get his title back. That's what I feel. I've been feeling that for weeks.
I don't know, like,
Cena turns
and even
face.
Cena's been.
I just think it's a little bit forced if they turn Cody heel.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is
Yeah.
a proper reason for him to be the bad guy, realistically. Unless it was like Cena was taking that championship into his last retirement match and you did it then because he was that desperate
Yeah.
to take the belt off him. I think that's when you got to do it. But first SummerSlam, 2 nights, they're going to want to make a statement. I would not be surprised if they do it. I just think, who's the other babyface that's going to be there when Cody Rhodes is heel? Roman's gone 2 months and he's
done.
gone.
And
for another
exactly,
6
and
months.
I think I've said it before on this show. I was saying, if Cody turns heel and he, partners up with The Rock, what happened between him and Cena? Like, we still haven't had that answer as
There's
to
no answer.
why Cena turned heel with The Rock.
Yeah.
So I feel like that
Even though it
storyline's
was
dead
right
in the
there,
water.
It was right
Exactly.
there.
And that should have been the build up to
Still not
Mania.
explained.
But honestly, this Mania should have been the greatest ever, okay?
Yeah.
Like with Cena's greatest ever heel turn moment and with him partnering up with Travis Scott and The Rock. Mate, like that build up to Mania and the Mania itself should have been one for the ages. But anyways, I feel like it makes no sense to turn Cody heel right now.
Like, I feel if Cena wins, I don't think Cody gets another chance because he's had a few chances. What next for Cena if he wins? Who does he face? Does he need more opponents?
And
you know what I mean?
Logistically, if you look at the dates that Cena's got left, it doesn't make sense for him to hold the title.
That's what I'm
anymore.
saying,
It
yeah.
logistically doesn't work out.
Like, how much can you go for Cena to be champion anymore?
You know?
Like,
I thought when he won the title off Cody, I thought Cody was going to be his last opponent. He was going to save wrestling. I think that's the story they were going to go with. But logistically, Cena doesn't have enough dates left in his calendar.
How many dates is it now?
I think it's like 14.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what you feel. Again, he says he wants to leave as a real champion.
Yeah.
Maybe he does leave. Maybe not as WWE champion. Maybe he leaves as a champion. Maybe
The People's Champion.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. But predictions: who wins, Cena or Cody?
I think Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Cody as well.
yeah, I think Cody.
Really?
I think
I'm going to go
wins.
Cody and he stays as a face, though.
Okay.
But I would love for him to turn heel, though. I really would.
So, are we agreeing that Rock might return or he won't return at all?
I'm going to say
Like,
no.
what are
I'm
the
going to say no.
chances?
I went to Vegas to watch that guy and he
he
did
didn't
not
show
show
up.
up.
Yeah, bro, that must have been
F the Rock.
disheartening.
All he
man.
had to do was come out, hit a rock bottom. You know what? He
That's
had to
it.
come out.
He's
All he had to do was just distract Cody. Don't even touch him, bro. And that's all he had to do.
He's let you down twice. Once in
Yeah.
Perth and
I
once in
don't know,
Vegas.
he should have been there in Perth as well. I still
mate,
remember
we'll
speaking to
gut
my
it.
mate. Yeah, bro, the security apparently got him up in the penthouse in the Crown. Yeah, bro.
And
I'm
we
sure.
saw the black tinted car.
Yeah,
Figured that
oh,
was
yeah,
the Rock.
fuck,
Yeah, you
bro.
posted that video.
Mate, it is what it was. But
Yeah, so-
but I really think Cena will retain. I don't think Cody will win.
So, who would be the next opponent for Cena if that's the case?
Bro, look,
I think he gets a young talent. He hasn't faced anyone
But
yet.
I think that's when he does that through his babyface run.
Yeah, you reckon?
So I think
Matt-
they're even rumor is Gunther as his last opponent.
That's what I'm
For
hearing.
me,
yeah.
that
Look-
does make sense.
Look-
I wouldn't love it. I
nah,
wouldn't like it.
maybe him and
Yeah,
Jacob
where'd you go?
Fatu. Maybe Jacob Fatu. They'll
Who,
be that
who
match.
would
But
who would be
Jacob
Cena's?
Fatu a face now. They're
Yeah,
not.
you
So
can't.
why are they so focused on Cena and Gunther? That was happened before
Because
even
Gunther-
Cody.
I would have loved if they went. If Gunther was World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania and they did
Yeah.
Cena into Gunther, I didn't rate Gunther. Bro, Gunther is the ultimate spoiler. He is anti-fun. He is anti-everything that makes wrestling in 2025.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler from 1990.
Oh, he's a
that
William
type of
Regal.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a great wrestler and he's actually a very great storyteller
yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
he
you
can
can
really
tell.
cut down people's speed and he gets under their gears. Even the stuff with Bill Goldberg and Bret Hart.
Yeah,
just
how
from
he
that
did it,
last,
yeah.
Bro, he's a great storyteller. And I think he's just the ultimate spoiler that he will just spoil the end of John Cena's career. And that's how John Cena puts over that next heel. Because Gunther to me is like a 10 times better Rusev when
Then-
John Cena didn't put over Rusev like 10
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah,
You know what? I think John Cena even deep down knows that he's got to give back eventually. Like in this last run, like he's got all his nostalgia feuds. He's got it in his R-Truth, Randy Orton, CM Punk. After he turns back to babyface, he's going to start giving back. Another idea I don't mind, Dominik Mysterio is his last opponent.
Last opponent?
Don't mind that because say Dominik Mysterio holds that IC title to the end.
Yeah.
John Cena loses the WWE Championship. He's a babyface again. if he goes after the Intercontinental Championship, he in essence become a Grand Slam champion, which he's never become before.
Yeah, and he's never held it.
And he puts over Dominik Mysterio, who he had history with his dad, Rey Mysterio, especially that time with John Cena. Didn't put over Rey Mysterio that night when he won the WWE Championship. Yeah. But on his way out, he actually puts over his son,
a great
Dominik.
take.
I don't mind that idea.
Let's talk about Dominik and AJ Styles. I'm thinking AJ Styles is the one that gets the
that's what I was about to
and
say.
then you end with Cena, and then down the line, because
I don't think we see the same match between AJ and Cena.
Because a lot of fans do want
a lot of fans want it.
between them.
Let's be honest, bro. Any match John Cena's walking into in 2025, it's not going to be a 5-star.
And he knows that himself.
It's not going to be a 5-star wrestling classic. We're there for nostalgia hits or these new matchups that we're never ever going to see again.
Yeah.
But I don't mind the idea of them lacing up.
That's a great
very underrated feud.
About Dominik and AJ Styles. Who wins that? Dominik AJ. Considering we're talking about
I don't know. I might pick. I feel like AJ maybe wins the belt, to be honest.
Dominik's lost a lot of steam off, man.
Yeah, he's just been off lately.
But I don't think it's him. It's like they're not giving it. But like, I love the Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Dominik Mysterio story. Loved it.
That happened for like 3 years.
They're just trying to rehearse it again with the Roxanne Perez. But we've seen it before. And not only have we seen it before, we saw it before last year. I'm not like wrestling can be predictable. If we can see stuff before, that is fine.
Yeah.
When we're getting it year after year, that's when it starts getting sour.
Yeah.
But I would love for Dominik to keep. I love.
But honestly, he fucking looks good with the belt.
He does.
Yeah, he suits it so much.
Reminds me of Eddie Guerrero.
He does.
Exactly same split.
And he knows it himself. He knows it himself.
So what about you, Bashar? Like, what do you think will happen?
AJ Styles. He needs a title.
I love to see him as IC champion.
But even AJ Styles, I like AJ Styles, don't get me wrong. Great, his theme music is great, nostalgia, it's unbelievable. But I think at this point in his career, when's the last good story he's actually told?
Yeah, but he's been injured, mind you.
Yeah, I know. But even with Logan Paul going into Mania, I thought bro, it's actually a good matchup. In theory, it's a good matchup. And then when it came into fruition, I'm like, this build's kind of poor.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I would like Dominik to keep the belt.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Again, I agree. AJ hasn't been up where he needs to be. Dominik has been a bit died out with, his injury. But was it a real injury?
Nah, probably not, bro.
Not,
He's just that little, that heel running away.
What, you're saying it was fake? You're probably the same guy that thinks Seth Rollins' injury is fake.
We'll get into that. But I'm going to go, I think they need to change it because they all got their belts to Judgment Day. I don't think Raquel and Roxanne lose it until Liv comes back.
No.
The tag team, they'll keep it. I think JD and Finn. It makes sense if he keeps it because they still got all their belts. Yeah. I'm going to go Dom. I think Dom retains.
I'm not sad about that. I actually don't care who wins it.
Yeah.
Both great champions.
I agree.
Who would you say would win?
Oh, I said AJ.
Oh, you said AJ? I'm going AJ too. And you?
I said AJ as well.
Next one, let's talk about CM Punk and Gunther.
That's going to be a great
Now,
match.
Sure, that's night one main event.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, I
be.
think as well.
Let's talk about the focal point about this. Is Seth going to cash it in? Is there a fake injury or...
Bro,
he's actually injured.
Please don't say it's fake.
Bro,
I don't rate anyone that says it's fake.
How I look at it,
there's no way that's
if
fake.
If he was really injured, I think because there was rumors about him losing the Money in the Bank, give it to someone else. They haven't said anything about that Money in the Bank, him losing it. They just went cold on Seth Rollins.
The guy's still getting fucking CAT scans, bro.
Nah, but I reckon he has gotten injured. It's not a 6-month injury. It's a 1 month off the gas injury.
So
I genuinely do believe he will be cashing because which way do they go about it? I don't think you can have CM Punk lose to Gunther.
No way.
You can't have CM Punk lose to
can't.
Gunther. But at the same time, I don't think you can have CM Punk win his first world title in this fashion. It's not a big enough build for this.
Yeah.
CM Punk should be winning his first world title with a good enough story or it's at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
They could have built
totally
up
agree.
a good story and actually had him win this, but it doesn't make sense for him to carry the belt from this point forward, in my opinion, which only makes one thing sense.
Seth.
And
that's
Seth
how I've been feeling.
Stuff over Sam.
Yeah, and that's been the story with their feud too.
What does Seth want? He said it before. My aim is to not let him touch gold.
That's
Win a chair, and I've been we've all been saying that, of course. But yeah, I think you made a great point that there's no really excitement if he was to win the belt.
Yeah.
If it was against Seth and it was a bigger stage, WrestleMania,
it's not
etc.
a massive payoff.
It's not. Yeah, exactly. And they haven't built that match with Gunther and that to make it a good match. But yeah, I think Seth will come in, cash it in.
So you think? He's ready to go.
I think he's ready to go. I honestly
people forgetting. Remember, he got injured before Elimination Chamber in 2024.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He fought at the same WrestleMania. You know? And I know he got surgery after, but Seth Rollins, I don't know. I feel like that guy is so hardworking that he'd be able to sacrifice something for his big moment. And we've seen that Seth Rollins can be a little bit sour in terms that Cody got his moment, Roman's got his moment. He's always wanted to be that top guy, and he's not gonna sacrifice that to this. I'm telling you, I guarantee you. And you know what? I think we saw Wrestling Observer newsletter. Dave Meltzer report that it is fake. Yeah. He gets a lot of hate online, but he's been getting a lot of stuff right.
He has. He's got the dirt sheets, bro.
He said The Rock wasn't going to be at WrestleMania, the year before it happened. You had The Rock post that he's talking shit, even though he wasn't. But that's what. He's
got insider knowledge. Dave Meltzer's highly respected, or you can see him as.
And we've seen even videos, documentaries about Seth Rollins' recovery, how hard he trained every day.
And don't forget, wasn't he fighting at WrestleMania 40 with
he was.
An injury?
That's what I'm trying to say. You could essentially have him win the world title, and then for the next few months, he defends the belt one time at a pay-per-view, and he takes it easy.
I'm telling you,
they can book him out of it.
If that's the case, he's gonna get a mad
I'm a massive fan.
That's gonna be one of the all-time cash-ins.
Are you a fan of Seth Rollins? A lot of people don't like him. I'm a massive fan of him.
I'm a massive. Look, I think Seth Rollins at sometimes can get a little bit stale, but. For me, hands down, I think the best feud I've seen growing up is John Cena. He's my greatest of all time. My best feud I've seen growing up is Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. They are just interconnected like that. And I do believe that this is going to lead to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Before all this went down, I genuinely thought he was actually going to cash in on Cody. I thought Cena was going to turn face at SummerSlam, and then Cody was saved wrestling. Seth Rollins cashes in on Cody Rhodes. Then you run that feud for a bit because Cody and Seth have a lot of history. Teamed together at WrestleMania 40. He was his debut match back at WrestleMania 38. I thought that made sense, and then you led into next year's WrestleMania with that top WWE title being Seth and Roman.
Get this guy in the rider room, bro.
I love that more but then when I saw that Naomi cashed in,
that was crazy.
Because then I'm like, they've already done the swerve of the cash in because we all thought it was going to be on Jay. So I think it's just a simple booking decision that if he is fit, they're just going to go to.
Yeah. I hope to God he is, but I don't see he's faking it. But I love your take. It's not as bad of an injury as everyone thinks.
Yeah.
So
did they reveal the injury? Or
no.
Bro, Jade Cargill gets faked, pushed off a car, and they say she's busted her back.
I remember seeing one.
I love WWE for it.
I remember seeing one interview where I don't know which show he was on. I think it must have been ESPN or something like that. They asked him about it fresh off the injury, and he said I'm going to get scans a couple of days from now or the next day. I haven't heard anything since. So
it's again, it's gone under the radar. This injury, again, we haven't got a lot of information about
Paul
Heyman's
not
saying much.
You're right. They haven't actually addressed it on TV properly.
Why you might feel that again, it's not that serious.
happen.
If it was serious, I think they would have mentioned it instantly on when he got injured. But for it to be under the radar, I think there could be something happening.
And this rivalry with Punk and Seth is just going to go on another level now.
But I feel like they are beating a dead dog with it. At the same time.
I agree.
I even felt that even post when we're going into that Seth Punk and Roman feud, I did feel that a bit, but then I thought that match was unbelievable.
So
is there a chance? Maybe not, but is there a chance maybe Roman stuffs his cash in? If he does, it could be.
The only thing is, like I'm saying, Roman and Seth is a WrestleMania worthy main event, and that's the same thing I was thinking with Cody's heel turn. I feel like that's a moment they're going to save for another WrestleMania build. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's there's only a few moments they have up their sleeve that they can use them at the right time. Roman and Seth, that's an easy WrestleMania main event for them. It's Cody being a heel in a WrestleMania main event, that's an easy WrestleMania main event story for him. That's why I think they're going to hold off on that Roman Reigns bullet yet. But that's why he's in that storyline with Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker as well. Because he's intertwined with Seth Rollins. He's still never beaten Seth Rollins 1-on-1. It's just a picturesque story. He always F's him over with that chair. It is just a beautiful story. I love it.
I can't wait till that singles match happens, man.
Oh, it's going to be... I still believe it's WrestleMania next year.
It has to.
That's what
whether it's for the title, whether it's not, I think that's where it ends. And I think that's the sad part if Seth Rollins is actually injured. Because that's where this is all lead. Seth Rollins' obsession with taking down Roman Reigns and his ideology and Roman Reigns' bloodline, he's created his own bloodline. He's actually become Roman Reigns himself by trying to take down Roman Reigns. I think that's why this storyline is so great so far.
Okay, so who is saying winning? CM Punk. Well, I'll say CM Punk wins and Seth cashes it in.
Safe answer. That's what
I'm saying no cash in. I wouldn't be surprised if there is, but Gunther retains.
And how does he
Gunther-
retain
oh, yeah.
Sleeper?
Eh?
Sleeper?
Yeah,
Puts him to
yeah,
sleep,
100%. They're putting
You
that
can't
move over hard right now. Great to see. He put Jey Uso over it.
Gunther's coming back nice and slowly again.
Bro,
he
as
is.
Stav said, bro, he's like one of the best workers in the industry right now.
He's good,
And-
yeah.
But they
Mike
weren't giving
skills-
him enough good stories with the title.
Yeah.
And then in
Yeah.
this big WrestleMania title match, like, I like Jey Uso. I'm not going to sit here and bash on Jey Uso, but they could have done a lot more with that story heading into WrestleMania.
100%. 100%.
Very poor,
There was
very
actual
flat.
animosity there. Like, you can't stand with
To be
me,
honest,
this and
I
that.
still look back and I reckon they should have done the Cena turn at Rumble.
Yeah.
And they should have done Jey Uso at the Chamber. Jey Uso's story didn't need a 10, 11-week build like it did going into Mania. He'd already versed Gunther before. The story was that Jey Uso had never beaten Gunther. He'd never held a world title. It's a pretty plain story. That
We've heard it over and over.
Yeah.
With that Cena Cody build, you could have had 10 weeks of The Rock calling in lackeys to stuff around with Cody Rhodes. Cena
Yeah,
turning
no,
up
you're
and
right.
go, I'm going to piss off for a bit. Like, you could have, like, I don't know. I look back at that.
Oh, bro. Biggest missed opportunity. Like, you fumbled the freaking bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fumbled hard.
Sam, who you going for, you said? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go CM Punk as well.
CM Punk, what's the next match, Sam?
No, actually, we got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Bron Breakker.
That's
and
going to be a
Bronson
great
Reed.
match.
Mad tag team match, man.
Yeah,
That's
top.
gonna be a head clash. That one,
I've got a
Is
question.
Bronson Reed going to walk in with Roman Reigns' shoes? Or?
maybe with the Jordans.
I got a question. What happens to Roman after this? Is he gonna take another break? Like,
Nah, he'll have to stay for at least a couple months.
Nah,
And
he
then
will.
Then he'll go away. He'll go to Survivor Series. And
Yeah.
for the
put the feet up for a
yeah.
bit, bro. Rumble. Put the feet up for a bit. WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Man,
but they were saying that there's rumors about Jey Uso might turn on Roman Reigns. That's what.
no.
He can't
said
have
that?
that.
Do you know what it
On
is? It's like
Sports Care to Wrestling on
Is that what they
Facebook.
said?
Yeah.
Nah, I doubt
that's
it.
what's the maybe?
What I
There'd be
read,
no
I'm
reason.
like, no, it
yeah,
can't
it
be
wouldn't
true.
be true.
It can't be
you
true.
could have a reason. You could try and
Yeah.
tell her that, when Jey Uso won the title, Roman wasn't there.
Yeah, but
for
what
it,
he did
wasn't-
to him, like from the past,
I
and
think Jay is so over with the crowd. It's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like they'll do that once Jay starts losing it. You know,
Yeah.
like with the crowd in terms of that. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be never, to be honest.
The yeet.
The yeet.
You know what, man? People can hate on it as much as they want, bro. When you're in that arena with it, you go, bro. It's actually beautiful, bro. Like,
Oh,
that,
it's fun.
When he came out with that world title when I was there at Mania, they played this beautiful package before he came out about going through his whole career, being in the tag team, not winning golds, going through all
Yeah.
these hurdles, and it led up to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Well, it actually was a great moment. It just needed to be told better leading
Yeah.
into Mania. You know,
Ah,
it doesn't
sure.
help that he's not an
Yeah, I
amazing
agree.
in-ring wrestler. as well.
100%.
But
So, yeah.
like, there's nothing much to say about this match. It will be a good game, but
I think you got to have the bronze win.
Yeah,
I think
you
you have to.
I can't see
'cause
Roman
they're
and Jay winning
powerhouse,
this.
Who
man.
gets pinned, Roman?
You can't.
Bro, I think
I think Bron Breakker might pin
yeah,
Roman Reigns.
I think that's how.
Yeah,
I
you
would-
know what?
I
That's a
feel.
good
I
one. That's a
think
good one.
Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. I think they're going to
You
win
don't
this
realize
match.
how powerful Roman Reigns' pin is.
Yeah.
Like with,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You forget how powerful
Yeah.
that is. And Bron Breakker, man, he's
His
actually
speed, man, it's just on another
mate,
level.
he's unreal. But even on the mic, he's great.
Yeah,
What he's
he
been
is.
doing the last 2 weeks,
Bro,
like mimicking.
I've-
those
And everyone's
Roman
like chanting his bark. Like,
I've always said it.
Yeah.
That guy is the next face of the
He
WWE.
is.
Reigns.
He actually
I
is.
thought it, and then I'm like, his voice comes off a little bit weird.
Yeah, he has those moments.
Someone that's that jam, he does come. You know what I mean? And I thought, maybe not, maybe not.
But Bronson, not that much. But Breakker is
No,
just
like when it all
yeah.
comes down to it, 5 to 10 years time, it'll be him and Jacob Fatu. But I think
Yeah.
he's the head runner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he will be.
Who's your favorite, Fatu or Bron Breakker?
That-
You're a Fatu fan.
I love
For me,
Fatu.
for me,
Fatu
for me,
is
it's
just like-
Breakker.
he's so like energetic.
I'm a
and
massive
his,
Breakker fan.
His acrobatic
You
skills,
know,
bro, it's
yeah,
just
he's
another
just
level.
like gangster Jacob
Yeah.
Fatu, but they don't
That's what
give him,
you
they don't
want.
give him enough license on the mic.
They don't, they don't.
You know, I think last year they were doing it to kind of protect Solo,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he could be that proper.
But now he's real himself. Like,
Yeah,
thank God.
but the one thing I don't like about that, I think Jacob Fatu needed to be a heel for a lot longer. His
Yeah.
character suits a heel.
But I
Like,
feel like because of the crowd, he was so over with the crowd.
Yeah.
I think they had to
you
turn
know
him
what?
face.
These days, man, everyone cheers the heel.
Yeah,
He's the good
Look at it, they're
guys.
still cheering Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
still
exactly.
singing.
Bro. They're still singing his song.
Yeah, I know, but
And a lot of them say, well, John Cena said, I'm not a heel, so a face. And I feel that's what's happened with all the wrestlers. No one's a heel.
No one's
Yeah,
a bad
yeah.
guy for the sake of
and,
it.
and I think we said this before. There's no
Yeah.
heel or
Like,
faces
look at
anymore.
Karrion Kross, how
Yeah,
everyone's cheering him, and he
it's-
was like, you
the
watch
new-
Seth, you don't hate him.
You don't
Like,
hate
yeah.
again, so it's a mix.
So who you going for?
Yeah, I don't think they bury Bronson or
Yeah, no,
Breakker. There's no way they bury him that early. Unless
No.
you're like a John Cena in 2010 burying the Nexus. Yeah.
That's my goat, baby.
But yeah, no, definitely it'd be Breakker and
Breakker
Bronson.
as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know. Who are you going?
I'm gonna go Breaker and Bronson.
Breaker.
Yeah, because Roman and Jay can afford a loss. You
Yeah,
gotta go
100%.
Breaker
Yeah.
and Big Bronson. Put some respect on Big Bronson as well, man.
The Aussie.
Yeah,
The Aussiezilla.
he's great. You know what? He was another one that I didn't believe in either.
Yeah, me
you
too.
know
Yeah,
what?
I agree.
Like, I think when they were saying he was going to be in the chamber, I'm like, bro, who cares, man? Like,
Yeah.
But you know what, mate? He's been killing it ever since those 7 tsunamis did the Seth Rollins. That night,
Bro,
I was over with him.
And no one expected him to join Seth's team. Like, he was the least of.
No, I
Did you
thought
expect him?
I did think
That was
about
the
it.
first
I
time.
did.
That was
I
the
did.
first you had time him. I said it's
Yeah.
going to be Bron because Seth Rollins explains why he did. He
Yeah.
goes,
He saw what he did to
Yeah,
Seth Rollins.
he goes, I
himself.
had
He
respect
saw
for
the
him.
power
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he could
yeah.
actually.
But I still don't think he should be there anyways.
But you know what? But again, it feeds into that story where Seth Rollins is so obsessed with Roman Reigns, he'll actually sacrifice his values
It's a
to
good
take
point.
him down.
Yeah.
It's like,
Very good
this is
view.
like
Yeah.
I genuinely love that story between Seth Rollins and
Oh,
Roman
it's
Reigns.
great.
mad.
It's great. It's been in the build for fucking what, since they
Since
debuted with the Shield.
Roman's 4-year title reign
Yeah.
was because he couldn't get over that anguish he had over Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Mate, it's
Yeah.
bloody cinema.
Yeah, it is cinema, mate. If you don't like pro wrestling, get to know.
Oh,
man.
mate.
Oh, it's fake. That's all they all say.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I hate when they say it's fake, eh?
Yeah, it's
But
all right.
that's
can't
not
stand it.
sorry to bring back again
Nah,
because I'm
fine,
waffling.
that's all right.
But to bring back to that WWE Unreal point, don't you reckon that kind of stuff gives us fans more respect?
Yeah.
Like I can go and go, hey bro, I know you hate WWE, but just watch. Give me 2 episodes of you watching this. Just see how much respect you need to goes into the story, goes into the wrestlers, goes into the performance. And if they can't come back and go, hey, like that's actually fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Then you know what? Then pro wrestling's not for you. But don't give a sour taste to it when you're actually not giving the respect that these athletes do. And
Yeah,
they
I
deserve
think
to be called
That's a
athletes.
great point, but I feel like I'll just show them tough enough. If you ever watched them, man.
But you know, oh man, yeah. But
But
that,
like-
what's that one they did recently, man? Like, I was watching.
LFG?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Bubba Ray Dudley was pissing me off.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
shut
a
up,
lot of
bro.
these
Like it's not the 1990s
Yeah.
anymore, bro.
I feel like he just puts on a gimmick
Yeah,
a lot of the
Look,
time.
a lot of these wrestlers put their body on the lines. They do these crazy stunts. Jeff Hardy, Shane McMahon. They
Bro, like, I don't want to get into it,
So
man.
like, yeah,
Let's not get into it. I hate when people say
And
fake. The
they're-
F word, bro.
Oh,
I'm not even a pro wrestler, and I'm saying, bro, that
You know
boils
what? I
me.
don't even care on this. I just hate when they look at it in a sense of disgust.
Yeah.
Oh, it pisses me because like they think like it's a kids show, bro. If I explain to you Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns' history in the last 10 years, I want you to sit down and tell me that's not cinema.
That's cinema.
They are doing better storyline than half these movies that came out. I just sat there and
100%.
watched Fantastic Four, and it was one of the most bland storylines ever. And I have to open up TikTok and see every man and their dog glazing it.
Bro.
What am I, like,
Guys,
what am I
100%, but these are
watching there?
these are the same people that say WWE's fake. I don't know how you watch it.
Don't watch
Oh,
Love
you're a
Island.
10-year-old watching it,
Guys,
bro.
I've
I used to
seen
watch it
Love
when I
Island.
was
Who the fuck watches Love Island?
exactly.
Married at First Sight too.
Fuck
Bro,
that.
reality TV, Love Island, Bachelor, whatever the
That's all
whatever
fucking
it
bullshit.
is. It's all fake. But
It's all fucking fake, absolutely.
Not
Best thing I've ever heard
WWE.
is that it's a male's version of a soap opera. That is literally what it is.
That's what it is.
It
And
is
it's just- and I'm
literally
fine with
girls
it.
watching dancing routines, us watching blokes wrestle with a story behind
Bro.
it.
That's-
strip it to its core. That's what it is.
And I feel like people only shit on it because they
cool
think
too.
we think it's real, like as in a way
Yeah.
where it's like it's supposed to seem real, but we all know it's not
It's
real.
not. It's what's it called?
It's predetermined.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
it's scripted.
And
God help anyone fucking say the F word, bro.
And as
And
you
I'm not
said-
talking about that F word, the other F word. Wrestling's real. He's got it on his shirt.
Got it on. As Nick said about people look at you in a disgust like way. The amount of times my dad sits there, he's like so angry. He goes, "I don't know how you watch this," and I just sit there so angry. I just don't say anything.
and you wanna shoot-
that's when we bring the comparison up with
And I
all
bring the
this.
comparison about movies and shows. It's just
Think about
Yeah,
it.
cut.
The wrestlers have again when they enter the ring, any mistakes, everyone's seen that.
Bro,
But
we
when
had-
you're
we had-
acting, you have so many tries
Like
to
what
make it
Nick said,
perfect.
the
Like
Like
you
that
said,
turns people off is like the fake punching. How can I sit there and watch fake punching? Like you got to sell it to them. It's like I can watch 2 random UFC fighters go into the octagon, and I'll enjoy them swinging and hitting. But if you can't tell a proper story going into it, then how can I care about those fighters and who's going to win? Khabib and Conor McGregor, was it 2019?
2018.
Bro, that was cinema because you had 2 guys swinging and hitting, and you had a compelling storyline going into it.
That's WWE.
That is WWE.
And another,
people
and
hate
I'm
it.
gonna
If you
say
care about the moves that they're doing to each other, then you're like, that's when you're invested.
100%. I'm
That's
gonna say
right.
a hot take right now. WWE is more real than UFC. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Okay, you can cut them up. They can bruise. They can bleed. They can whatever. They can even pass out in the ring. You put an opponent in a wrong move set, you get them on their neck, they're
They're
paralyzed for life, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't get fucking paralyzed from UFC.
You can't.
I don't think so. Unless
can't.
you fucking
The only thing
on
is
their head.
concussion. That's it,
Bro,
Like,
at the end of the day, WWE is more real than UFC. I don't
Exactly.
care. Fight me on it. I'll take it till I'm gone.
not just with stories, but with moments as well and history as well. Like,
Bro,
history is
talk
always
about
important.
like people that have died in the. I'm sure there's been a
Look,
lot of
just
people, even in the
recently now-
Indies.
Just recently now, Hulk Hogan that passed away.
He
as
didn't
well.
die in the
Yeah,
ring. I'm
mate,
talking
in
about
the
the
ring, in the
action.
Bro,
ring.
like Big E's career as well.
Yeah,
Things
mate,
like
that
That was
man.
in
You
jeopardy.
look
Bro,
at-
I felt bad for him.
look at Randy Orton, bro. He had to get spinal fusion.
What about
because
JD
of the ring.
McDonough when he was doing that flip and he hit his back? That
that's
was
another
And
thing.
do you know this? I was
Yeah.
actually thinking about that the other day. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes we get a little bit numb to it. I saw a video of this guy doing a flip off his pool and he hit something, and everyone's like, "Bro, that hurt." I'm thinking like, bro, these guys take these bumps in a wrestling ring off an announcer table
Yeah.
every second show. But like, I sit there and I'm numb to it. But like, imagine us standing up on those top ropes and be like, "Oh fuck, it's actually high."
Yeah.
But I have to watch Shane McMahon jump off a Hell in a Cell and
Yeah.
slide through a table.
Right.
What about he jump off the Titantron
Exactly.
on Raw?
Crazy.
Jeff Hardy, he's done a lot of extreme stuff back in the days.
Mate, they're lasting injuries for life. Look, go. You want to talk about extreme? Fucking go talk to Mick Foley.
Mick Foley, yeah.
Oh,
he
he's
done some
been
crazy
one of the
He's got
extremists.
half an ear.
Half an
he
ear,
can
bro.
barely
No
walk
teeth.
straight.
I swear.
Oh, mate,
Nah,
that's
respect
why they
him.
all die early. I'm not saying that's why. Concussions and everything. That's all.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
it
Probably
takes
what
a
they
part
pump
in
their
it.
All right,
body in,
Anthony.
so that's
Too,
Hulk
yeah.
Hogan.
Next match.
Rest in peace, Hulk
Next
Hogan.
match, Randy Orton, Jelly Roll versus McIntyre, and
What a weird
Yeah, I know.
match.
Just saying it. Just
Jelly
saying that and hearing it.
Logan Paul.
Do you know what pisses me off? Well, I don't get like this celebrities in wrestling thing. It's been
Yeah.
around for so long, and like if you tell a good enough story, I'm open to it. That's why I actually would not have mind if Travis Scott stepped foot into the WWE ring.
Nah.
If they told a good story,
Yeah.
if you're telling me
all
a
about
good
the
story that
storyline.
sits people down, I'm happy for it. But for us to jelly roll the spam, like spawn in here, you got Logan Paul acting like he doesn't like him for no reason.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like,
then
out of nowhere,
and
yeah.
then in that same moment, you're losing Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre to a valuable storyline that could have gone into this two-night SummerSlam. Like, that's what pisses me off, bro, because Drew McIntyre, off this CM Punk feud from last year's SummerSlam, hasn't got one single good feud, bro.
I swear.
I was at WrestleMania, and everyone can sit there. That pisses me off as well online. When everyone sits there and goes, "Oh, so-and-so should get this match. Oh, I love Damian Priest." Wait till you sit in that arena and Damian Priest walks out there and all you do is hear fucking crickets. Then you can tell me that you actually were invested in that match. They got to give good enough storylines. It was like when I was hearing SmackDown tag team titles. Do you remember when they had that TLC match? It was like the SmackDown after WrestleMania.
Yeah, when they did
Oh,
a
they
match
had
at
it-
Mania.
Great match.
Oh yeah, the triple.
Oh,
I think it
mate,
was a triple threat or
I'll
a
give you
fatal
match of the
four-way.
year.
Great match.
That was one of the best matches.
Great match. But they didn't get put on the WrestleMania card. I'm going through Twitter.
Yeah.
Everyone, oh my God, how they're not on the card? They're not on the card. Okay,
Yeah,
I get it.
exactly.
But then they're all complaining. But I'm there at SmackDown when the Street Profits come out to crickets.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross might come out like this, not now, but like
Yeah.
crickets. Like people talk online, but once you're in an arena and you hear the pops that some of these people get, Jey Uso gets so much hate online. Brother, that guy, that arena is bouncing to him. That's what you actually realistically do have to listen to.
Exactly.
And I'm not disrespecting those guys, but I'm saying like, everyone's online like, oh yeah, this is going to be match. They're the same people that are tweeting whilst those matches are happening at the same time, not even watching or
very,
actually
very
really
true.
caring.
Yeah, no, you can't satisfy the wrestling fans. I feel
Oh
like.
man, it's the
Yeah.
best saying ever. The
Yeah.
only people that hate wrestling the most are wrestling
Yeah.
fans. It's just like, and
100%.
like we do it to ourselves as well. Like,
Yeah,
I do
we're
it
so
to
invested in
Yeah.
the stories, and we don't know what we want at the end of the day.
Look, to be honest, with this storyline, I know it just came out of the blue, and Drew McIntyre, I don't know why, I don't know how he's entered
He's getting
this
buried
match.
hard, bro.
He
So
is.
Drew McIntyre has been, for me, last year has been disrespected.
He's the best heel in the company.
I
He was
swear.
so good
He
and-
should be in the top of the card.
The way
no,
he
like-
wins the money,
I
the
want to.
way he
I want to
wins
see on Unreal fucking them talking about Drew McIntyre
McIntyre.
carrying
Yeah, I
Kross.
wanna
What's
see
the
that.
thought process behind these characters?
like he wins the world title, and of course it happens to Drew McIntyre where he just gets attacked by CM Punk and he loses it.
And then,
Like, that
and
was
then
his
Damian
chance
Priest
to win the
cashes
world
it in
title
as
belt.
well.
What about that? Forgot to bring that up with
Yeah.
the CM Punk Gunther. It makes total sense because CM Punk effed Drew McIntyre over
Yes.
as he won it at Mania, and then he got cashed in on.
then
Seth Rollins did the same thing because Seth Rollins
Oh, and
actually
Seth
lost
was
the
in the match,
title.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's right.
It does make
It all
sense.
But
makes
to be honest,
sense.
with that match, I don't know why. I feel it's going to be straight, but I feel they build it well. I don't know why. I've been enjoying the promos, them on the show.
Jimmy
I
Kimmel.
think they-
Enjoying it,
Jimmy.
then
Yeah, that's what. Personally, I think I've enjoyed it. That's what I've said
And
to say.
most underrated heel in the company is
Yeah.
Logan Paul. That
Yeah,
guy
honestly.
is
He's
a
good.
gun.
He's
That
good.
guy is a gun.
Yeah, I've got my opinions about him, but he's a great look, bro.
Look,
He's
you're talking about the wrestler that can tell a story, that he's that good in the ring. Bro, his new theme song I love, bro. I've been pumping it.
yeah,
You know?
we're humble.
And he's not humble, but that is the irony.
Yeah.
I think he's great as well, and I think that's why you're wasting all these guys in this Jelly Roll match when you could have told a better story.
So what would have you done? If say Jelly Roll what's his name?
Jelly Roll.
Yeah. What would have you done with Drew?
I would have done like a Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre.
100%.
That'll be the
Didn't they
match.
verse that Saturday's main event?
I would have loved if we went into last year's WrestleMania and Drew McIntyre was anguished trying to get back the bloodline, took over Jimmy Uso, took down Jey Uso, took down Sami Zayn, and it led to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
They cut it off.
And then it cut off the steam, and then we got him repaying Damian Priest, bro.
But hold
Okay,
on,
cool,
we're
man.
actually forgetting about one opponent in that match. Bro, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
why did he got a wasted match against Joe Hendry at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Now, the second biggest event of the year, he's teaming up with Jelly Roll.
He's another one where they're waiting for that heel turn. It's on Cody. That's another joker.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
another ace in their back.
Hopefully that's the payoff, bro, because
because
I
that
want to
was
see
been-
that guy with another championship, to
That
be
was
honest.
been the because now he's not in the story of Cody. How
Is
does
it? But
he get
is it?
in?
Maybe,
So
maybe
probably
he used
Cody
to.
wins the belt and then Randy somehow turns
That's
heel.
another story they could do in that main event. Is that because it's a
yeah,
straight
right.
fight, which is essentially it's bloodline rules.
Yeah,
yeah.
Anything
Yeah,
goes.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
means you're gonna get all those
It's gonna be
people
bad. But what would-
interfering. Does Randy
That's a
interfere?
good idea. Yeah.
And punt kicks
Yeah.
Cody.
So what would the
You
reason
could.
be behind Randy turning heel?
Bro, that's
Because Cody Rhodes is stuck, bro. At the end of the day, Randy Orton was injured off screen in story
Yeah.
because
That's a
Kevin
great
Owens
take.
attacked
Yeah,
him
that's a good
because
one.
Cody Rhodes was aligning with everyone
Oh,
in the
you're
bloodline.
right.
Because
You're
it's-
right. Yeah,
bro,
he's right.
it's basically bloodline rules, no
Bloodline-
DQ.
yeah.
Bro, everybody's
Randy Orton-
thinking.
Sorry to
Yeah,
cut you
no,
off
no,
as
it's all
well.
good, yeah.
And Randy Orton is the final boss of doing something when he has to do it, but
Yeah.
doing the cunning stuff.
Yeah.
And Cody Rhodes is notoriously held back. He held back against Cena. Can you imagine you step into that SummerSlam match again and it gets to that point where Cody holds back again and Randy Orton is sick of seeing this again? Bang. Kicks Cody Rhodes.
And he's been hearing those
in
voices.
his mind, he's a reasonable heel because he does save pro wrestling
Yeah.
from John
Yeah,
Cena. But at the
bro.
same time,
Fuck, I love that,
They
bro.
should sign him. They should sign you
yeah.
up.
No, but bro, that's a great take. No DQ. Randy Orton's starting to hear voices again.
It makes
Bro,
sense. It actually makes
him
sense.
punt
Can
kicking
you imagine him
Cody.
just like going crazy
Yeah,
in the corner.
yeah,
The crowd
yeah.
is getting
Okay,
louder.
mate,
He's
mate.
gearing
Oh.
up.
Don't jam me up like that, Snap, man. Don't jam me up like that. Fuck.
I think he did that once where the voice was getting ahead, but then he
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah,
Kevin
Bro,
Owens-
that wasn't
it's
that Saudi
King-
Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, yeah.
Cody.
Did we all just forget about
Against
like
Cody, that's
his
right, yeah,
potential
yeah.
heel turn?
Yeah.
Him just walking away from Cody.
Yeah.
He wanted to do something but
Yeah.
didn't do
But he
it.
stopped.
It's
And then
that's
Cody,
it's gonna pay off.
Then
Yeah.
Cody hit his back.
Everybody's thinking WWE has a history of going leading the fans one way, Cody turning heel, and then just steer us the other way at SummerSlam.
Like imagine, Cody doesn't turn heel, and it's Randy that turns
'Cause
heel.
you just said it.
That's how. Yeah.
We've all been saying
Well,
it. Cody might
we
turn
don't know
heel.
what's gonna happen.
Even
man.
heading into WrestleMania, you remember how Randy kept looking at that belt?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
kept non-stop. They kept
for a
And it
year
was
now.
that Cody. It was
like
that Cody.
It was on Cody.
Yeah.
So that's a
And
very good
I
point.
thought that was going to be the WrestleMania.
And
Yeah.
who knows?
eventually.
Maybe Cody does win, and that time comes. He's looking at the belt and he wants that belt.
Yeah. So
So who you going? Who's gonna win?
I don't. Honestly, Drew McIntyre.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, Drew
I just thought
McIntyre.
they
And
celebrity on the babyface
I
team.
don't. Not always, man. Honestly, it doesn't have to be like that.
I think
Yeah,
I'm-
imagine burying McIntyre and Paul
Against
both
what's
together
it called?
against Jelly Roll and Randy Orton, the greatest
Look,
ever.
you
to walk.
could have Randy pin either of them, and it doesn't.
Still, the
look
team
bad.
goes over them. There's going to be a bit of a
I
shit
think
stir
Randy
online.
wins.
Oh yeah, there'll be a
And
shit stir
Yeah.
anyway. If
Yeah,
Logan,
either
Logan
way.
Paul wins, bro, there'll be a
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
stir. You know.
I'll go Randy.
yeah, Randy too and Jelly.
Yeah, I'll go Randy and Jelly. I want to
Okay.
see the way Jelly Roll moves. He hit a move on Paul.
Logan Paul,
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck, it looked
Yeah,
alright,
yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair.
Well, what did he hit? He hit what was that move called? The black
It-
something.
Yeah, yeah. They were talking about it. It actually a good move. If someone used it back in the day. they were
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. But bro, he seems like he's been training in the
Yeah.
performance
Yeah,
center.
yeah.
You can hit one move, but then you actually got to run the ropes for
Yeah.
15, 20
But then
minutes.
he's going to rely on
It's
Randy
very
Orton
stiff,
as
very
well.
stiff, but I don't want to critique, but
Yeah.
very
Next
stiff.
one, Bashara.
Next one, we got Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the women's world title.
I think
That's
yeah,
pretty simple.
No,
After that
I don't-
cash in-
she's not gonna lose it straight
And
away.
Yeah.
bro, I can't believe that they swerved us with that.
Yeah.
I was 1,000% sure it was Jade winning against Tiffany, and then you'd had Naomi cash in. Because then I thought the way they were doing, you have Naomi and Jade feud
Yeah.
for that belt.
Yeah,
Jade will win it in the end, just in time for that Royal Rumble to WrestleMania build, which I thought would have been Jade and Bianca for the belt.
Do you like how they switched it out? Because we all know the history Naomi and Jade have. Do you think maybe Naomi cashing on Jade would have probably been the better option?
The shock moment was good.
Yeah.
Like, you do need shock moments in wrestling. We love it. We can all say that we like to predict the storyline. We love shock
Yeah,
moments.
it's the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I can't judge until they give us the story.
Yeah.
I thought the story would have been easy if they just went Naomi Jade for a bit, bite that off until the end of the year, and then go bait Jade and Bianca to WrestleMania. But look, at the end of the day, sometimes predictable, you don't want it too predictable. So we can see from you genuinely don't know. Naomi still could come back into this title picture. Bianca and Jade could go to the other title. Like, you don't know, but I think it's pretty. I think I'd go Naomi's next time.
It's pretty
It's just
predictable.
Who does she pin?
Yeah, who's she
maybe
bury?
Rhea, since she's probably.
Nah, I don't think they put bury Rhea.
She pinned Io, didn't she?
Yeah.
So maybe Io. I'm not sure, to be honest. Who would you say?
Yeah, maybe
I
Io,
think she
to be
might. I
honest.
think Naomi might pin Io Sky.
Yeah. Why?
They've been
I don't know.
Io Sky powerful though, man.
But
you know?
she is like.
Yeah, but she's great.
She's a killer.
Got
Like,
so much more respect for her
100%.
after that Mania match with her, Bianca, and Rhea.
Yeah.
What a
but
match.
she did
What a
defend
match.
her title as well, like when she was the women's world title as well, like as a champion. But with Naomi, because now she just won the world championship at Evolution. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't know where
It's
they go from
frustrating.
here. I just don't know where.
Yeah,
and
just-
I'm just sick of that whole story
Yeah.
where it's, you know, like heel versus random babyface for six months of the year until you get to Royal Rumble and Mania. Like, we need proper stories throughout
Exactly.
the year. Like, that's what's been pissing me
But
off.
the
So-
prediction, I think Naomi is still going to retain it,
All
but
gone
I think
Naomi.
she's going to pin on Io Sky.
Now let's talk about this one, bro. Jacob Fatu, Solo
And
Sikoa, and a still fucking
That's
cage
what I'm
match.
looking
Yeah.
forward to.
Yeah.
The steel cage.
Bro,
Anything goes.
Bro.
We're getting a moonsault off the top
Bro,
of the cage.
this
Are
is
we?
gonna be-
Yeah.
Imagine top of the
Yeah.
cage. That's going to be
You got to
insane,
give
that one.
credit to Solo about. He's killing it.
Underrated.
He's great.
He's
on the
actually
mic.
so good.
He's great.
Yeah.
Bro.
Did you see the 4 letters, one word?
Word.
Stop.
Stop.
Everyone says he's the funniest.
He's
in the
actually
family.
underrated.
He is,
Yeah,
man.
he
yeah,
is
yeah. When he
underrated.
rocked up, when he interfered with that
Yeah.
Jey Uso match in the build, I think it was last wrestle. Oh, was it with Intercontinental Championship? He goes, I got tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, we got tickets.
He's good at creating moments.
Nah,
Solo.
he's great.
Yeah.
I just don't like the it's like, bro, we're just spawning in random bloodline members for the sake of it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right.
JC Mateo, bro.
It's
Like,
too
And then
much.
what are
are we
the,
doing?
the MFTs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Everton
yeah.
It
Tonga
looks like
Loa
the
as well.
MJF logo as well.
Nah, it's
But
a bit
Solo's
of
great.
a-
I think you got to have Jacob Fatu in this.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
got to put him over.
Yeah.
Jacob
I know Solo Sikoa, he's always been, obviously, honestly, I feel like he's been outshunned by Jacob Fatu ever since he's
Yeah,
come
he
into the main
has.
roster.
Yes.
Everyone's been talking about him. No one's really been talking about Solo.
Yeah.
They could go the other way around and put Solo over. I don't know, man. I don't
What I
know.
don't like about this feud is that they had Jacob Fatu be pinned. I love that
Yeah.
idea where you have a wrestler not be pinned and they come off unstoppable.
Yeah.
So that when that pin comes off on a long-term payoff, it feels...
Or like a roll-up
Right.
pin or something that was
Like,
just, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like they pinned him clean now, so you kind of lose that allure. When I saw Jacob Fatu win the US title, I thought, bro, this guy could go on a relinquish the belt type of reign. Like,
Yeah,
no one's
yeah.
beating Fatu with the way they book him. But I think now... You got to make Fatu look strong, don't you?
You have
You
to,
have
bro.
to.
To be honest,
If
he's gonna be the
if-
next-
It's still cage,
Yeah.
which means in technical fact, the bloodline shouldn't interfere. So
Yeah.
I'll go
I'm going
Fatu.
opposite. I think Solo wins.
But you know,
But look-
they could make the two look strong if one just leaps over the cage and no one gets pinned. I know it's
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
before, but if you don't want to bury anyone further, yeah, that's a great solution.
Yeah.
Like Fatu has been, of course, you can't just make him lose again and again. But I think Solo has been doing incredibly well, and I think it's
That's what I'm
not
saying.
it's not bad for him to win against Fatu. I think it's not like it's a Solo of last year, but this Solo this year after WrestleMania and etc., he's been phenomenal, and I think it would be very unfair for him to lose the belt. I think he's been doing good with the belt, and prior to the belt, I think he deserves to keep it. That's how I see it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So,
who to
there's
pick.
going to be an interference.
But I don't think this story's done. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I don't think the story
It's
ends
still
here
going to
with him.
continue
Yeah.
regardless. But with Jacob Fatu, don't forget he had massive matches against Braun Strowman Saturday night main event.
Yeah.
When he done those flips like 5 times and he bloody busted him out.
Yeah.
And then he kept having another match with him.
Yeah, yeah.
In
How did that
SmackDown
end?
as well.
They DQ'd him or something.
They kept feuding for like 2-3 months.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
kept going.
Yeah.
I think that was the longest
He's a
storyline.
top- He's a top wrestler.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who
You know what?
Who going?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob Fatu might be 2-time
You know
United
what,
States
actually, I'm
champion.
going to go Solo Sikoa, actually.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
Solo.
I love Jacob, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna put Fatu over.
Do you
I think Fatu
Because
wins.
we know Solo has 3 boys with him. Does Jacob get anyone with him? Some new member?
Well, he's got Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Something just hit me right now.
'Cause you-
Something just hit me right now.
Zilla Fatu.
It's
Imagine
not just
Zilla
Zilla.
Fatu
He
makes
just
his
debuted
debut.
because he debuted at TNA Slammiversary about 1 week ago, but they were saying that Tama Tonga might betray Tonga Loa and his brother, so he could interfere and make Jacob Fatu win and become a babyface as well.
It's just getting too dragged out.
Honestly, actually,
Last year was great.
But I've always loved Tama Tonga because I've always been a big fan of him since New Japan. He was the biggest heel in that faction Bullet Club. So I've always been a big fan of Bullet Club.
Him and Cody technically got his.
Yeah.
So I think so Tama might interfere. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Again, who'd you say was good?
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, if he gets some backup, maybe Jacob Fatu wins. So I'll go solo, but still. Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, they're fighting. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross is finally getting what he deserves, airtime. How do you see this one going? Sami Zayn won. Where did he win at? Saudi Arabia. And everyone was pissed off with that one. I think now Karrion Kross gets his chance.
Yeah.
What do you
I
reckon?
think Kross beat him on Raw.
Yeah, but like it wasn't like a clean win.
His promos are just on fire, man.
Mate, he's
But
great.
I reckon that guy main event. Oh, bold take.
he needs to get his
Hopefully, co-mains a main event of WrestleMania next year.
Yeah, he should.
Next year,
bro.
I just don't see it happening. I don't
Really?
Yeah.
But I feel like if they can pull the trigger on
Yeah.
Karrion
Some
Kross,
seeing
they
stuff
can
like
do it,
he's
bro.
outselling John Cena's merch. That can't be right.
Nah,
but
it can't.
I don't even know what it
I
is.
think
No,
I
way.
fact checked it and it was right.
Are
Yeah,
you legit?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I just can't. I don't see anyone where.
So
Bro,
if
you
that's
turn
the-
on you turn on Raw, bro. You see Cena shirts all over the arena.
Exactly. You
And
can say Karrion
this
Kross.
isn't a roast to like Karrion Kross. It's just
Yeah.
like I just can't see him getting over with the casual.
But I feel like he can. I feel like
And he reminds me of Punk in 11.
that's what I was
He
about to
does.
say.
He
That's what I was
does.
about to say. Especially after Mania.
Punk works even better in 2011 because the product was so stale and it was so kids friendly and it was so John Cena.
And when he bring the merch as well, best in the world as well.
like
That's what.
it's like the
feel-
fans needed a break with
Yeah.
the fans. Right now, really don't need a break.
Yeah.
Like I get Karrion Kross deserves it, but it's not like he's saving the fans from
you know
something
what?
at the moment.
He is.
You know what, Nick, bro? What I feel with Karrion Kross that I don't feel with a lot of wrestlers on that roster is something that feels real. And when he talks, bro, you believe what he says.
Yeah.
And whatever
Like,
he does in
that
the ring
rant.
and whatever he
not
says in
forced.
someone's ear, bro, that's like I want to fucking punch you, yeah? Like, I want to smack you like through my screen. That's what you want to feel, bro.
Like, I love that story where he's actually protective of the industry. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he's like
exactly.
that borderline where you are blurring the lines a bit between like even the blurring the lines between being a face and heel because realistically you think you go, fuck, he's got a point, bro. This guy's been grinding for the last 20 years.
Exactly.
And you got Logan Paul that makes a couple YouTube videos
Yeah.
where he's already higher on
And
the
he has a
card.
point.
And speaking of that, when he had the interview as well with, I think it was ESPN, and then he
after
lost his
WrestleMania.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro, that was
he
great.
lost his shit. Like he's like, "Where's my fucking moment?" Like,
Oh, bro,
enough is.
imagine if CM Punk went on a rant like that, man. Bro, he'd be everywhere.
He'll be
Yeah.
all
100%.
over. And now his contract is coming up soon. I think WWE should renew his contract.
They will,
Bro,
they will.
They have
They
to.
will.
But would he renew his contract?
I hope he does.
I think he goes
He
elsewhere.
should go for a
The way he's been
championship run.
treated, bro.
You reckon he'll go AW?
I think he
Nah,
would.
I hope
I
not.
think he would.
You know
Karrion
what?
Kross?
You should give him a championship run, like an IC championship or United States
But it's a
championship.
matter of like, yeah, we all know he should be WWE champion.
Yeah,
Honestly,
exactly.
bro, I think he's World Heavyweight Championship ready.
Yeah.
I know I'm
I
right. I'm
think
right,
it suits
I
him
agree.
because he's
Bro.
won the NXT championship
Yeah,
back
I'm
in
not
NXT.
saying that. I just can't.
Yeah.
I just can't see him up on that top of level of the card.
You can't see
That's
him
top of the
like a
radar,
Roman
yeah.
Reigns or a.
No, I'm
I
not saying
s-
that Roman Reigns,
Nah.
bad. That ain't bad. I ain't
They're
comparing
there,
him.
top of the league. Yeah.
I'm like looking at like Gunther because Gunther to me is like just under like connecting with the casuals.
Yeah.
I don't.
I see Karrion Kross with Gunther.
You can stand. You
I actually
can
see
see him
him.
on the
I
mic with him,
He
stand
has
toe to
that
toe
look.
with him.
He's very good on the
He-
mic.
he,
He's
he
just
can he can get there. He can get there, but I can't say he's ready. Like
Really, I don't know. I feel like he's bro. It's a
I
matter of
because-
Triple H saying, "All right, we're doing this. Bang, that's what's going to happen at whatever event." And then let's go with that.
Because even last year I said something about that's before he started like what's happening this year. I said there's something about Karrion Kross I really like, and I think he's developed for a year, and I think he's
Bro,
ready.
they got. I
I
don't say
love
that.
Karrion
I don't say
Kross.
that about a lot of wrestlers. I critique a lot of wrestlers, and like sometimes like a Jey Uso, like, I like him, but I don't rate him. You know what I mean? I feel like he should really be over where Jey Uso is right now.
I don't know. I think Karrion Kross needs to give us a proper compelling story.
But like they're not
own it.
allowing him to. That's
I
the
know, but
thing.
like, they're
but
restricting
even last year when he had the whole his faction versus Bobby Lashley, bro, like. Bro, we can say Karrion Kross, bro, that story sucked. Bro,
Yeah,
no one
it
cared.
did,
And I
it
get,
did.
you're right. They're not giving him the actual ends, but they're just going to give him more of a mic time to just go in. Karrion Kross and Logan Paul, great feud. I think that's his catalyst. You got to get him on people that you can actually get behind Karrion Kross's story. Like, Sami Zayn's one, it's like it's just him going at Sami Zayn not making the right decision, or like, you know, like
And going through his head as
yeah, and like, bro, he's been doing that going through their head story with so many people, and they never actually pay off the story. How many times are we doing it with AJ Styles? Like, like, and they're not
Backstage,
actually going
Jason.
properly through it. So I don't, I hear you, but I just don't.
Does this end this week between Karrion Kross and Sami
I
Zayn?
don't reckon it ends. I don't reckon it ends.
It has to, man.
But I
It
think
has to.
Karrion Kross, bro, you say that, and then WWE still have another 6 months.
But
to
like,
do
it
the rest
doesn't
of
make
the
sense.
year.
Like, why would you still feud with
I
Sami?
matches
Like,
now. Sami Zayn has to turn heel because the way this has been planning out, it just makes
been
sense.
over
Sami
with the
Zayn has
fans.
been dead for a pretty few months. Nothing's going his way.
Ever since Roman Reigns.
Like, it makes sense for him. I want to say team up with Karrion Kross, but something to, I don't know, just him turning heel. And Karrion Kross is the reason he
I don't
turns
see him
heel.
winning a world title anytime soon now, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I don't
I
see
just
it.
think he's out of the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
People do think it though, but I don't
maybe
see
a
it.
heel turn is what he needs to put him back into that picture.
I'm wrong.
Bro,
I think
hear the pops when he's facing off against Sami
Yeah.
Zayn.
Who Karrion Kross?
Yeah, bro,
yeah,
he-
100%.
The crowd's with him.
Yeah,
I'm going- I
they
think
wanna
Karrion
see
Kross
him.
wins
Same
it.
thing. Let's not open up that can of worms. But LA Knight, that's his
Yeah.
similar
See,
story.
I think that was more of a one where they should have pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon more than Karrion. I'm going Karrion, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go Karrion to win it.
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
Kross.
Karrion. Let's go, Karrion.
Quick tips for the last
just
two
get 'em
matches.
through.
Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, we'll just do quick tips.
Just
for
quick
those.
tips on
Yeah,
those.
Becky Lynch and Lyra. Who wins that?
I think Lyra Valkyria. I think they've got history between each
Nah,
other after.
I see Bailey interfering
Yeah,
in this
Sami-
one.
Yeah,
Bailey's
because
gotta
she's
have some
missing out.
involvement, eh?
Yeah,
He's gotta-
Because she interfered, Lyra interfered with Bailey's
Yeah.
match with Becky. So it's so obvious that Bailey's going to interfere in her match. So yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon Becky
Bailey's
wins.
turning heel.
Yeah, maybe she will put maybe
Would-
align with
would it
Becky.
be
You don't
heel?
know.
Would it be heel? Because
I don't know.
like
It's-
Lyra interfered in hers.
Yeah, I know, but
But it's just that the storyline because
yeah,
like
I
how
don't
she
mind, I
won.
don't mind Becky Lynch as a heel,
Yeah.
to be honest.
She's
great as
I
heel.
think Becky Lynch is one of the most overhated wrestlers.
Yeah, she is.
Bro, like she beat Liv Morgan for a title, held it for like 2 weeks, and everyone online, Becky Hogan.
Yeah.
Bro, Becky Lynch is arguably the GOAT women's wrestler.
100%.
Say
she
what
actually
you want.
Part of the full
I've
Horsewoman.
never seen a more over women's wrestler than when that 2019 run with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. She was so over, and I haven't seen a wrestler
100.
like that since. You
Yeah.
know, but I'm gonna say Becky. She's held on the title for a bit now, though.
Yeah. She's only had a short period of time. I think Becky
Yeah,
Lynch
yeah,
will win it. I think Becky.
I think Becky. Yeah.
I'm saying Becky retains.
I'll say
Yeah.
Becky retains.
Yeah.
Becky,
Jade
yeah.
and Tiffy.
Tiffy,
Yeah, Jade and Tiffy. Who wins that? Tiffy's held it for a while now.
Bro, and I think
I don't know. It's been stale.
It's very stale.
Very stale.
Like, look, we all thought in theory again that Flair, Tiffany Strader match is gonna be a lot better than what it was. It wasn't great. And then we're all anticipating that. And then, bro, they keep rehashing Nia Jax and Tiffany Strader. Brother, we've seen that for the last 2 years, bro. Let's move on.
Yeah, I know.
Give the belt to Jade Cargill. And look, the end game is Bianca and
Jade.
Oh, that'd be a great.
I know, it's going to be a great match.
match.
Bianca Belair is extremely overhated as well.
100%.
I think she's gonna go heel. I think after this whole
That's it. That's another interesting
They're
one.
saying about-
One of them's got to go heel. Jade
it'll be
or Bianca. The simple
I
answer.
think Bianca's gonna go heel.
The only
It's gonna
reason
happen.
I would be so much more invested in a Bianca
Yeah.
Belair heel turn.
Yeah.
But Jade Cargill, I think, needs to
She's gonna
heel
be the
more.
face, obviously.
No, but I think Jade Cargill should be the heel because
You
Jade
think so?
Cargill is pretty bland herself.
Yeah.
Where like I could imagine her getting turned by
Yeah.
the fans turning on her very quickly
100%.
being a
She got-
face.
she
But
got-
even
she
with
got a personality.
Queen of the Ring as well at Saudi Arabia, she was
Yeah.
a bit off as well.
Yeah,
They're
but
saying that she was a bit no one didn't like her, so
Yeah.
maybe
I'm
there
telling
could
you,
be a
she'll
glimpse
she'll
of it.
an easy person the fans would turn on.
Yeah.
Bro. With her with the belt on her like as a face for a while, bro, that's
I don't
gonna be
think I have.
bland.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna win the belt now, and she may be a face for a bit, but then Bianca Belair, like something's gonna happen there.
Yeah.
But either way they go at that, I'm gonna be invested. I'll be honest.
Oh, 100%.
So
yeah.
Jade.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go
Yeah, I'm
Jade.
gonna go Jade as well.
Well, let's hope it's a bloody good wrestle. Sorry, SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And we got one more match as well, the 6-pack TLC for the
Yeah,
SmackDown.
well, there we go, yeah.
This is what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
This is going to be the biggest one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a
I
great
think this
match.
is going to be the
You
biggest
know what?
one. Trust me.
No. I
Yeah.
agree with you, bro. The actual match itself, it's
Yeah.
going to be unreal. But I'm always, from the lens of a wrestling fan,
Yeah.
I'll take story over wrestling.
Yeah.
And if you can invest me in a match, I'll take that over
Yeah.
that. So that's why, like, bro, like, I'm gonna watch that match and I'll be, oh, bro, that's sick.
Yeah.
And then I'll move on, bro. I'm thinking
Yeah.
Cena, Cody. I'm thinking Gunther, Punk.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of those big stories, you know.
100%. But
And there's no disrespect to them. It's like
Yeah.
because like how many guys in the indie scenes can put their body to test like that as
Yeah.
well. 100%. So many of them can, but it's
Yeah.
how can you connect with an audience? And I think like
That's-
you're saying, like you might not connect to Jey Uso, and I'm not saying I do as well, but the fact you can see that connection with the fans. That doesn't
Yeah.
come along often, bro.
Exactly.
Especially for baby faces these days.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to be a baby
That's
face?
why everybody loves
Exactly.
being a heel.
Bro,
It's
so much easier being a heel,
Especially
man.
like with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, they've always been heel. And even with Garza and his teammate.
LWO.
No, not LWO. With what's his name? Santos Escobar. Garza and
Garden del Fantasma. Yeah.
So they're heel as well. Who else? Then you got Motor City Machine Guns. They've had a
But
best.
you know what I'm saying? Like, they're good
Yeah.
wrestlers.
They
but
are.
Do they connect with the audience?
Do I
Motor
care?
City, they haven't had a good connection
They-
since they debuted.
Bro, they debuted, they got no pop, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but
They-
people
they-
should recognize them from TNA because
Yeah,
TNA they had the best pop.
No one cares about TNA. Like,
Yeah, I know,
watching
but-
WWE's
WWE.
But
product.
they had the history there because they've won titles, they've won
Yeah, but no
championships.
one, your fanatic fan might know that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not your
And
casual
your
fan.
WWE is not like that. Like, if they
Yeah.
debuted in AEW,
Yeah.
they get in a pop, bro. Like,
Exactly.
that's just your different type of fan.
100%,
And I
yeah.
think that's what makes WWE special at the same time. Is
Yeah.
that it is like more larger than life than what's actually happening in the ring.
Yeah.
You know. And AEW went through a run without telling great stories.
Yeah, they
It's just
did.
lackluster
Yeah.
a little bit at the moment.
But with the tag team wise, as in SmackDown, they're actually getting better than more than Raw because there's not much happening
Bro,
at
the
Raw.
tag teams are good on SmackDown.
Yeah, they do.
The only thing I don't like about it is that like they're just hot potatoing the title around. Like,
Yeah,
like,
about Wyatt 6 and that, how
when
they.
the White Six debuted, I had that idea that they shouldn't touch gold. They should
Yeah.
go for people's like for what they've done wrong, like who's betrayed who. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
But then I think Bo Dallas got injured, and
Yeah,
it kind
yeah.
of stopped the steam on their faction. And
I
when they
feel
debuted,
like-
bro, how hot was that when they were
Yeah.
debuted?
But
Yeah.
that was,
It was
but
good.
that was like,
That
fuck,
was-
WWE's back.
Yeah.
But what happened to them, man? Like, they could have really
Like,
created
I
something
just,
special.
That faction did not need a gold. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense
Yeah.
for those
Yeah.
guys to have gold. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's they were there for one thing. They weren't there for the gold. They weren't there.
They
for,
went there for Jade Gable because he betrayed Otis and
Otis and
Akira
that.
Tozawa.
They were just
That's
there to-
right.
They
yeah.
should have just gone for everyone that would like
Bro,
at
they
some
were-
point in their career had
Yeah.
a trade.
Stopped it.
And bro, WWE fans love callbacks. They love nostalgia. Can you imagine those
Yeah.
bro, do a Night of Champions pay per view. Uncle Howdy versus Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns was such a dick to the bloodline.
See,
Yeah,
that would've been
He is.
something
exactly.
Do you know what I'm
And-
trying
and
to
they
say?
just pop up
And
there.
even
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when he had history with Bray Wyatt, God rest his soul, when he had
Yeah.
the rivalry, that was a mad
Yeah,
rivalry as well.
bro.
Bray Wyatt was one of the best.
Bro, you could pay it
Yeah.
off in so many ways. Uncle Howdy feuding with Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins
That-
fucked
that
over the
should-
Shield.
that should
Dude,
happen.
do you know what I'm
Just
trying to
the
say?
happen-
Exactly.
It's been so bad.
Maybe it could happen in the future, like maybe next
But I
year.
feel
year
like
after, no
they
one
had
knows.
the opportunity to like
Yeah.
bang. This
Yeah,
is what it
they
is.
aim-
This is
they
the
aim,
new.
boom, go.
This is the new faction.
Yeah.
They're going for people that have betrayed their families.
Yeah.
They come out in pockets. You don't know when they're gonna come out, but they're gonna come out.
And who they're coming for.
And
you
who
know?
they're coming
Exactly.
for. You don't
You
know.
know, and they'll drop hints through like things,
Yeah.
but and you know what? Like I say that about I don't like how the hot potato in the titles, but at least on SmackDown you're getting good matches. On Raw, bro, the Judgment Day have the tag team titles. You don't know for 4 months, and then 4 months comes around, they lose the belts,
Oh.
and the New Day get it. They don't tell the story.
Like the
so-
tag team division on SmackDown's actually like very good.
Yeah.
Raw's
Bro,
like you
I
said,
feel like-
JD
Like,
and that.
I don't get
The New Day had so much potential.
Mm.
I thought they were going to give the New Day the belts straight away when they turned them heel, straight away, and they were going after like Rey Mysterio and that a lot. Once
Yeah, they were,
I
they
thought
were.
the story that they were going to do was that they were going to do the New Day, and then you had Rey Mysterio was getting dogged by the New Day so long he needed to call in a friend. Him and Penta versus
Yeah.
the New Day.
Even with Judgment Day as well, when they had LWO for the tag team as well on Monday.
Yeah.
That LWO was so close to win it,
Yeah.
but then what's the name?
Nah,
interfered.
I feel like WWE's fumbled the bag a lot this year.
especially
Yeah,
on
this
Raw,
year.
but especially the
And
Raw.
I think they've gone down the line too much now where it's heavily around titles than it is more around the story.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
winning a #1 contendership match for this and hot potato and that. It's like I said, I more value the story. If you
Storyline.
can
Yeah.
invest someone in that story, then that's perfect. And when you blend the both together, that's when it works.
And-
Like Cody's
and-
story and then
100%.
it revolving around the belt. Perfect.
And this is the thing. The title doesn't make the man makes the title.
Yeah.
It's just if you're that over with the crowd, the title's an added bonus.
Yeah.
Just to say a thank you
Yeah,
that
no, you're
or
right.
like you're that over with the crowd that we're gonna give you something.
Bro,
Like
those
what happened
same
to
tag team titles that were going around now main evented WrestleMania 2 years ago. I know it was night 1, WrestleMania
you're
39.
right. Yeah.
And when
It's
Sami
still-
Zayn, when Kevin Owens won that match, how much did
so
their
good.
Character,
because
bro.
of the story
Yes,
they built
yes.
with the bloodline.
Yes.
Even that belt Cody's hand like
The way he
holding
holds
right
it,
now.
yeah.
Bro, but like that title is worth so much just because with what Roman
Yeah.
did with it
Yeah.
for those 4 years. It's like you said, the man makes the title doesn't make the man. But in some times, I think some wrestlers need
It's
the
opposite.
title and then some wrestlers don't need the title. Like Roman Reigns, I don't think should be close to a title in the next year, 2 years. I don't
Doesn't
think
need
he
to.
I
doesn't.
think
It doesn't.
he won't- he-
Cody
yeah.
does need to be around the title. I
He
feel
needs
like
it.
at the same time.
Yeah,
So who are we going for the
tag team?
tag team?
Y6
are the ones that have it right
I
now.
don't think. I think they'll lose.
I
it.
think they should lose it.
Who did they lose it to?
Street Profits.
Nah, won't
No.
go back.
No,
I
did
thought
you
that
say
they-
lose it to?
Yeah.
Yeah, Street Profits. Yeah.
I don't know. Who you tipping?
It's gone through to everyone, really.
Well, people saying that maybe Ray Phoenix and Andrade because they haven't.
yeah.
Maybe they should get a.
Six didn't get it too long.
Yeah,
no,
they
White Six
only
gotta
had
it
hold
a couple weeks
White
ago,
Six
yeah.
have got to hold it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
been
say
too
that
quick,
it's-
sorry.
Yeah, I think they're just doing this match because they didn't put this match on the
they
Mania
knew,
card.
yeah.
So
But it's going to be a
And then
night
these
two.
guys put their bodies on the line as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
you know what?
It's going to be a night two, obviously. So,
I'm gonna go.
I'll
Y6
agree.
to
look, I want
retain.
Y6 to retain,
Yeah.
but something's telling me Ray Phoenix and Andrade.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I
mind.
think Ray
if they
Phoenix.
don't win,
Ray Phoenix
because
is
it's
a
hot
ma-
potato to everyone, but
Yeah.
like them and Del Fantasma, I think,
Yeah.
as well now.
Yeah.
It's a bit tough. Yeah, I'll
I
go
think
with
I think Ray
Y6.
Phoenix and Andrade.
I'll go
That's
Y6.
my prediction.
What about Motor City Machine Guns?
They won it
They
like
won
when
it
they
the-
debuted,
yeah, yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Do you think they get it back?
Yeah.
I don't think they get it back. I think they just won it so soon. Y6. It only makes sense for them to retain.
It worked when they won it, I remember.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah,
was so funny, but it was so funny that when Nick Aldis like had enough, when they all punching like
Oh,
they're
yeah,
holding
he was
on,
screaming.
he's like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
This match is gonna do this. This is gonna be.
He loves doing that. I like Nick Aldis.
You know what?
It-
That about time it happened.
But when has there actually been a good GM on
Yeah.
Raw Smack? I actually don't. I
Adam
actually
Pearce
can't.
and that killing
But
it. They're doing a good
I
job.
can't remember the last time. Like even back in our day, like bro, the GMs were like, I think outside like Teddy Long.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It was a
Vicky
bloody
Guerrero back in the
computer.
days. Remember
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vicky
yeah,
Guerrero.
yeah.
Fogel at one point. Vicky Guerrero.
Bro, but shut up. It was a
We still
computer,
call her
bro.
auntie that now, Vicky Guerrero.
No, but you know what? They were entertaining.
So wait, so
Yeah.
when Teddy Long was SmackDown,
He was on
who was
SmackDown.
Raw?
Vicky, no, actually, Eric Bischoff was Raw. Raw
Yeah, but
general
yeah,
manager.
Yeah, when they acquired
it
WCW.
depends on
You remember the storyline?
Yeah.
Who was it with Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff? Who else was there? Stone Cold and Eric Bischoff.
was-
that was the best storyline back in the days. I'll never forget it. That was a funny.
He was even GM recent. Like, remember they made Kurt Angle GM?
Kurt
Yeah,
Angle
I
was
remember
back in 2016, 17.
Shane McMahon versus Undertaker was for Shane McMahon to run Monday Night Raw. He
Yeah.
lost to the Undertaker the next night. He was made GM.
Yeah.
So, like, the average
You know what?
fucking hero, bro.
Sometimes I go to bed missing the PG era. Honestly, like
Oh,
there's a lot
you
of
say that?
there was a
What
lot of
about- what
shit.
about John
I
Cena?
actually
What?
haven't mentioned it though, but like people
Yeah.
talk about like the PG era.
Yeah,
and I know
yeah.
you get nostalgic
Yeah.
of it, but like, bro, I see these comments on like Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, if you weren't a Roman Reigns fan in 2018, brother, if you were a Roman Reigns fan in 2018 around the big dog, you were a weirdo. You were a genuine weirdo.
Fuck,
There's
with the
not
dog
one
food.
grown man out there that actually enjoyed that character.
I
And it's no
think-
disrespect to him now because Roman Reigns is the tribal chief.
Yeah.
He's up there, like
He's
could be close to a
grown-
Mount Rushmore wrestler.
Yeah.
But he was the big dog longer than he was the tribal chief.
I know.
That's why I can never say Roman's the GOAT. I can never say
Yeah.
Roman's.
Well,
We had a big, I know it's off topic, we had a big discussion with my cousin who thinks Roman is better than Randy Orton.
Nah, you can't. You
No
can't
way,
say that.
bro.
Randy Orton has accomplished everything
Yeah.
in WWE.
At
He's
least,
won
at
gold,
least he shows up.
storylines. Yeah.
Like you said, it depends what you value. Like Roman Reigns, greatest storyteller
Yeah.
of all time. What he did with the bloodline,
Was out.
That was outstanding. 10 out
Nothing
of
was-
10.
no
Yeah.
one's topped the story that they were able to
100%.
tell with that. And that's fine. And if you think the tribal chief is your favorite, yeah, but bro, Randy Orton, he's still dominating the scene. What,
Exactly.
over 20, over something 20
And he's got another
Yeah,
10
it's
years
about 20,
apparently. That's what he's
20
saying.
something,
Come on,
23
another
years.
10
He's
years.
accomplished everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but
He is the-
you got to look at it as longevity.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes less is more bloodline storyline, but that's one storyline.
yeah.
Like-
But Randy
And
Orton's
what?
better
And,
than
but-
that.
and what has he got? He's got the,
But you know what? Is it harder to drag out a storyline, one storyline, or is it harder to actually do?
I think
Oh,
it's
no.
harder to drag
Not
one.
just storylines.
it's harder.
Yeah,
But
I,
still-
think I agree with him, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying storyline.
I
Yeah.
think to drag one for
Come
4
on.
years, how
Bro,
perfect
what?
was it for 4
Bro,
years?
No, not just storylines, but as in rivalry as well. Because Randy Orton,
No,
like,
no,
Storyline, like
I
with
look-
the bloodline, with Jay.
yeah, but I'm
every
just saying.
week you look for
yeah.
4 years straight.
But
It
try to
has-
stay
Yeah, but we
relevant. Try
understand
to stay relevant for 23
that's
years.
100,
Yeah.
but I'm saying-
The only thing Roman that has against him is that, yeah, he carried the storyline for 4 years, but Roman has this mystique to him now where
Yeah.
he comes for 3 months, so
And then he
people are
cut-
still
yeah.
craving him.
Yeah.
Where
Exactly.
if you're on TV week in, week out, Cody Rhodes faces that issue every single
Yeah,
week.
even
You know,
Randy Orton himself.
Randy
But
Orton.
Randy Orton had massive rivalries with Undertaker, with
Oh,
Kurt,
bro.
with Triple H, with Batista.
Heel,
all the-
babyface.
heel- Yeah, exactly.
And again, try to stay relevant for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
hard
especially in the pro wrestling
the
industry.
RKO
That's
is the most famous finisher of all time.
yeah. See, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, you look at it from even a cultural perspective. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like Randy Orton has influenced a lot of pop
I
culture
reckon-
more than Roman
Yeah,
Reigns.
I reckon if you asked like a person that doesn't know WWE, they would say Randy Orton.
Orton.
I know Roman is up there, but I don't know. Is it in the back of my mind that Roman isn't like that? Like, if I asked some casual guy, would they know Roman Reigns? I feel
No, I
like they
wouldn't
wouldn't.
know.
Unless you're a pro wrestling fan,
No, that's
you
what
won't know
I'm
who
saying.
he
If
is.
you asked anyone else, like Undertaker,
Yeah,
John
actually, that's
Cena,
a very good
And that's
point.
and,
Randy.
and that's where longevity
even
comes
Rey
in.
Mysterio, bro. People
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
love, man.
bro.
He was big back
Ramus, you see
Yeah,
a
I would just
luchador mask. You
nostalgia.
see,
Maybe it's our generation. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
yeah. I think I don't think it's a generational thing. I just think it's no matter what point in time, everyone's gonna remember Roman Reigns. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but with Randy Orton, in terms of what he's done for the industry and like the tenure he's had in WWE, bro. Nobody can recreate what he's done. And
09, I used to get scared of that. Punk
Yeah,
kid.
oh, bro, I know
it's-
Orton.
That used to scare me.
It's so funny as a kid looking back, like, bro, as a kid, I hated Randy Orton's
Yeah.
guts.
Yeah.
Like, I hated
Yeah.
CM Punk, but now you
But
look
he
back
had
at
it.
it,
You know what's
yeah,
funny? Because he had an ego back in the days when he started to go.
Yeah, you see
when he was
stuff.
with
The Hall
Evolution.
of Fame speech.
Yeah.
Fuck, I miss
Exactly.
those days, bro.
Bro,
Take me
when he
back.
was in Evolution, even like when he had the rivalries with Triple H,
Yeah.
and then he built that the faction with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Legacy as well. Like, it's just his character was just perfect
Yeah,
for
he
it.
was good, but I will say I do think his rivalry with Cena is a little bit overrated.
Yeah,
Well,
I do.
maybe a little bit. Yeah,
Like again, I told you I'm a big story guy, but the
Yeah.
story they tell, where have they really ever like told a good story? I take CM Punk and John Cena over that rivalry any day of
back
the
in
week.
2011. Yeah,
Bro, that 2011
I'll
Money in
still
the
never
Bank
forget it.
storyline,
Yeah.
because they are the definition of yin and yang.
Yeah.
John Cena, Mr. Never Give Up, Mr. WWE, Mr. Face of the company. CM Punk was anti the company, anti-authority,
Yeah.
anti everything.
the
that was
pipe
in line.
bombs, everything on that.
They were yin and yang.
Exactly.
I feel like my point was proven this year. Because Randy and Cena, that feud going into it,
At Backlash,
say
yeah.
what you want to say,
Yeah.
sucked. Going into it, it sucked. The match was good.
Yeah.
The match was good. I thought the match was great.
But everything of it,
Story
sucked.
sucked.
Yeah.
The build we just got with CM Punk and John Cena, that will be the best stuff I reckon we get all calendar year.
Saudi, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I agree.
I didn't feel that with Cena and Punk this year.
Oh,
I don't know. I just didn't really feel
I
it.
thought the pipe bomb was great. I thought even them alluding to the stuff where they were saying CM Punk's a hypocrite for not fighting in Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia, that stuff was great. And then even like, it's not a great story, but even when Punk came out with the basic Thugonomics stuff, they
That was
paid off
mad.
respect and nostalgic for fans in
Yeah.
this John Cena retirement tour. Because we all wanted to see Cena do the Thugonomics once, but it comes off a little bit corny.
Again,
Yeah,
like,
especially
you know,
these days.
surely
Yeah.
we don't get when Cena was imitating the what's it called, the mic
The pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb, bro, that's unreal.
Like, I don't think you'll get anything better.
But
than
those
that.
are moments, the great moments. But I don't know. Maybe it was one of the greatest
it's
Cena
not like
storylines.
those moments were just like nostalgic pops, because that pipe bomb, what Cena was saying in that
was
pipe
so
bomb
good, yeah.
genuinely did make sense.
Yeah.
Because CM Punk has come back to WWE, he's wearing suits everywhere. He has literally become what he said he despised in 2011.
It's crazy.
And
You're
some
right,
might
you're
say
right.
a sellout.
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
fans,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
He is,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, I love CM Punk. For
Oh, I
me,
love him, yeah.
Listen, I got a bias well because Cena and Punk are my two favorites.
I say, but honestly, Punk's very underrated in terms of like the grand scheme of things.
I don't think people realize if you bring back the 10 years that CM Punk was away from WWE and he was there for the 10 years, he could have a statement to be on the Mount Rushmore, because when you realistically look at it, as a wrestler, he's a 5-star wrestler, and when it comes into that match he just pulled off at WrestleMania, and the guy's an unbelievable.
Yeah.
On the mic, arguably the greatest
best,
mic
probably,
worker of all time.
The fans love him.
As a storyteller, unbelievable. He's just told a great story with Paul Heyman, and he's like, this is 10 years later. On 10 years before that, him and Cena, great story. The story he just told with Cena was amazing now. Even the stories that they used to tell, what was I say? Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Bro, that
Yeah,
story
I
was
love that
amazing.
rivalry,
Like,
yeah,
like CM Punk, genuinely, if he was there for the 10 years,
Yeah.
you could actually call him the GOAT. And I know
Yeah.
it sounds delusional, but I personally don't even have him close to my Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore,
Yeah.
mainly because he wasn't there for the 10 years.
Who,
Yeah.
That brings me to my next question. Who is your Mount Rushmore?
For me, my Mount Rushmore, I think it's actually easy. I think people overthink it sometimes.
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to order it, but I think you go straight away. You got John Cena on there.
Yeah, you
And
got
then
it.
I think second to that, you have to have Hulk Hogan on there. It's
Yeah,
a Mount
obviously,
Rushmore.
yeah.
The guy was the pioneer for wrestling. Say
Yeah.
what you want to say. He's not an entertaining wrestler. You look back on tape, he's corny. I get it. We wouldn't be here where we are today without Hulk
without
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan,
And
yeah.
then the next two for me are quite simple again. Stone Cold and The Rock.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
absolutely, like we're a catalyst for the industry.
Yeah.
As it was going down to that, okay, we just found out wrestling's fake. Stone Cold and The Rock made it real again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Those
made a
sto-
mad rivalry back in the days,
Unbel-
03. And
Bro, like, you know
Yeah.
what? I've been sitting here for the last hour
Yeah.
talking shit about The Rock, but I will sit here and tell you right now, The Rock is unbelievable.
And you know what, bro? What was it? Only 6 years he had in the company
Bro,
before
not
he
that
left.
long. This final boss run he just had,
Yeah.
for I'll say it right now, the final boss is the best heel in WWE.
I love the
yeah,
final
yeah.
boss. I
Yeah.
love the final boss.
Yeah,
stand by
especially
it.
where he is in the
Because
company and stuff like that.
Because it blurred the
Yeah.
lines between reality and fiction and what the script actually was. Because The Rock came in there and he actually did want to steal Cody's main event.
Yeah, he
but
actually
he's
did.
on the board to take over. He actually can do what he wants. And he is also involved in that bloodline story with Roman
Yeah.
Reigns. And I think that's why it'll piss me off if we don't ever get that Roman Reigns Rock.
We're gonna get the
We
big
have
payoff,
to,
bro.
we have to.
That's the ultimate.
that's what
payoff.
everyone's waiting for, Roman Reigns
But do you
and
know
The
what it
Rock's
is? But
match.
do you know
That'll
what
be
it is?
mad.
But you also don't want it to be tokenistic because the
Yeah.
bloodline story essentially is over.
Yeah, no, it
It
is.
really
yeah.
should have ended with Roman Reigns thinking he was the head of the table and going up against The Rock.
Yeah.
That's where it should have ended.
But it's still going on a little bit.
To be honest,
Let's hope it
I don't
pays
see it
off.
happening.
The
Rocket.
more it goes, the more I don't see it
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, but
What about you, Shabba? What's your Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore would
Top
be
four.
Cena. Again, no order. Cena. I'd go Stone Cold. I'd put Randy in it for sure. And probably, you know what? I'll put Shawn Michaels in there.
Yeah, Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels not that bad.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels.
Undertaker
Shawn
fifth, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's Shawn Michaels.
Shawn
Yeah,
Michaels would be, I reckon, like
Yeah.
just outside my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
Like, I
maybe,
hold
yeah.
Shawn Michaels higher than like Undertaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and that's just like Shawn Michaels again. Like, again, one of my favorite stories in wrestling. Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Great bloody story that was.
Yeah.
And that was
That was
because
the best storytelling, yeah.
Shawn Michaels told that story brilliantly, and the Undertaker was a brilliant foil to that because he was
Yeah.
so emotional.
Yeah, he
Like,
was.
Shawn Michaels was so emotional
He was,
to
yeah.
grab that. He was so desperate. He put his career
Yeah.
on the line, you know. And like,
Yeah.
And the Undertaker was like very like I think he actually is underrated. Undertaker.
He is big.
Maybe
time.
We
maybe
don't-
towards the end of his career, but like
I think at the end of his career,
Yeah.
low key, some of
yeah,
his best
because he had a
work.
lot of injuries on his hip
When I
replacement.
say like, as long as the streak went on, the
Yeah.
more interesting his streak matches became. Like
Yeah.
with Shawn Michaels, with Triple H in Hell in a
Yeah.
Cell,
Yeah.
even with CM Punk, some of those matches were great, and that's why it still pisses me off to this day that
Exactly.
the Brock Lesnar win was just like there was no story going in
Yeah,
behind it.
that's right.
But also again on the flip side. That made Brock Lesnar look like a goddamn monster.
bro,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're like growing up through that era, bro.
Exactly.
Brock
Mate.
Lesnar was like unbeatable.
Oh,
could've
he
stand
was
his
on
guts for an
untouchable back in the
ultimate heel.
days.
Oh, bro, he's like the one wrestler where, like he like does not get pinned. Like,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you know what I mean? Like,
And, but and you believe it.
yeah,
Yeah, he actually
You know,
did.
that
Because when
comment
you had
coming
Paul
off
Heyman
UFC.
as well.
Oh, bro,
Paul
I
Heyman
love
is
that
the
guy.
guy. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But like with Mount Rushmore, I'm going to put Hulk Hogan first because he was the trailblazer
Yeah.
of WWE. Because all these young wrestlers right now, if they weren't in WWE right now, it was without Hulk Hogan.
And it sounds so tokenistic, but
Yeah.
it's so true.
It is true.
Cena wouldn't have turned heel if Hogan didn't turn heel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Bro,
obviously,
I remember watching the old tapes back in WCW when he first like came into the heel and he bloody done the leg drop on Macho
all
Man.
the stuff that's in the crowd throwing
and
at
he
him.
formed the NWO. Bro, I couldn't wait for that faction to begin.
Yeah.
That was the best faction. But Kevin
Wow,
Nash,
geez, you're a dinosaur.
Kevin Nash, he even said it to himself on the documentary.
Yeah.
He said that this faction's not going to last because they didn't have that much money and
Yeah.
like, something was going behind the scenes.
Who's your next Mount Rushmore?
So Hulk Hogan was my first. I'm going to say Undertaker. Undertaker had the
Yeah.
best storyline, streak, you name it.
Great
From the
career.
great
Yeah.
run.
And you never see that again.
And
you
he
never
didn't
see that-
disappoint,
And you
yeah.
never see a character like him.
Exactly.
Right.
But I understood that towards the end of his career, it was coming to an
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
It happens.
Okay,
Okay.
next two.
John Cena, obviously John Cena.
Yeah.
And the last one I'm going to say is Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stone Cold had the best fucking rivalries
Yeah.
against Vince McMahon.
That
Bro, you
was
watch
so-
the old
I
tapes.
don't think there's been a more beloved wrestler from the crowd than
That's
Stone
Stone
Cold
Cold.
Steve Austin. You
Yeah.
go
He
through
actually
all those
ruined
pops,
Vince McMahon's life. The
Oh.
rivalries was the funniest thing.
and you know what? Like, I
Yeah.
know controversy aside, you could put
He
Vince
used to give
McMahon.
shit
Yeah.
to
You
him.
could put Vince McMahon in your Mount
I
Rushmore,
swear.
man.
I don't know
I'll
now
never
these
forget the
days.
Rock.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, I'm
Yeah.
saying the character.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
But
He's a scumbag.
Did you remember the storyline when he put all the cement in the car?
Yeah.
I
was-
died laughing on
It
that.
was-
That was the
that
day.
was literally the
That was the best-
authority
Yeah.
person
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
just, it was perfect.
Oh man, Stone
Mate,
Cold.
they created
Quickly,
fucking-
Sam, and
You guys
Bill, what's
say
your...
yours.
I'm gonna go Hulk Hogan. Definitely, you got. If you don't have Hulk Hogan on your Mount Rushmore, mate, you're just lying to yourself. Hulk Hogan, Cena. Mine always changes, to be honest. I'm gonna go. Yeah, The Rock. I feel like what he did in that short amount of time, impactful for the company.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Austin.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
Triple H want to be that? Yeah,
definitely.
not a bad shout.
Yeah, and like I said, that's the beauty of wrestling. You could actually argue anyone, but that's why I always say Hulk Hogan and Cena, because Hulk Hogan's the face of wrestling from back in that day. And for Cena to be the face of... You could ask any man walking down the street, they know who John Cena is, in an era where WWE was spat at and discussed that, and it was only watched by kids.
Yeah.
And for John Cena to be a pioneer for WWE, even through that era, that guy was main eventing pay-per-views with R-Truth back then, bro.
Yeah.
With
Capital
The Miz, he
punishment.
main evented WrestleMania with The Miz.
Yeah.
And like, people go like, oh, John Cena was burying talent. He says it now as a heel, but there was no one on his level. Cody Rhodes had to leave the company because he couldn't wipe his ass. And it's a fact, and it's the truth. John Cena even admitted, I think when CM Punk was coming up through the ranks, he was glad someone else could be on his level
Yeah.
because he needed it.
100%,
That's
especially
how
during
bad
that
the
time.
roster was.
Even with the Nexus, bro, who on the Nexus was going to be a star? Wade Barrett, I'll let. Heath Slater.
No,
Ryback, David Otunga,
Was it
Darren
Gabriel?
Young.
Gabriel?
Who else was there, bro? All jobbers, bro. And people still hold that
Gabriel, who's
against Cena.
Gabriel? Gabriel or someone?
Justin
Justin
Gabriel,
Gabriel, that's
Gabriel,
it.
Gabriel.
Bro, they're all
Gabriel.
jobbers, man. And people still hold that against Cena for burying the Nexus.
Honestly, I think he did bury. I hold it
He
against
used-
him.
Darren Young's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
used his power to get that over, but I still can't see any of those wrestlers other than Wade Barrett that could have been made a star.
100%. But in terms of the unit, the faction that they had, I feel like at the time Cena had to go down. But anyways, yeah.
But
But
when
in
you-
terms of, I get what you're saying
Yes.
about the stars
Sam,
and
what's
stuff.
yours?
There's-
John Cena, Hulk Hogan. I remember I have the 06 WWE game, Raw vs. SmackDown. I'm always playing Hulk Hogan. I can remember when I was a kid. Yeah, it's the best. Stone Cold, and I'll go Undertaker.
Yeah.
God rest his soul, Hulk Hogan, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, look, honestly, Hulk Hogan, like, he was a trailblazer, man. And watching all his matches back in the days, like, especially in the NWO days, WCW days,
Yeah.
the best match he ever had was Goldberg as well for the World Heavyweight.
Yeah.
Bro, that was the mad storytelling
It's
as well.
hard
for
to
that.
look back on it because people
Yeah.
don't look at it. It looks so cheesy.
Yeah.
Because it's like the all American. Like,
what
we
it was
get it.
back
But,
then.
like, but that's what it was.
But
back
it was
then.
all trail. Like, he was the
He's the
icon
first
of
one that
WWE
was,
and
bro.
WWF.
He created sports
he was
entertainment.
he was a global icon
Exactly.
from wrestling. Like,
Especially WrestleMania, because when he had the match with Andre the Giant,
Yeah,
when he
oh,
overpowered
that's what spun him into the mainstream.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Everyone
that's
was
it.
talking about it back in the day. As I say, did
he
you
was
see
in
the
Rocky
match?
3, bro. He's
Right, he was like
Yeah.
all
As
over.
Bashara
Like,
said, trailblazer.
he was a
Yeah.
trailblazer.
WWE to know who he was.
100%.
That
Exactly.
theme song as well, underrated.
Yeah,
theme
yeah,
song.
Bro,
yeah.
every time Hulk Hogan comes out, bro, I used to get chills, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it just gives you
And
goosebumps
I'm
coming
sad
out.
that he got booed in his
Yeah, that last thing at Raw premiere at Netflix.
Netflix.
That's-
Yeah,
yeah.
And look, you can't like not shy away from his controversy. Like,
Exactly.
I get it. Like, if people do want to sit there and say I don't like him, I totally understand it. But I just don't like the sour taste in my mouth that this guy just passed away.
Exactly.
And you've got someone's lost their father, someone's lost a brother, someone's lost a cousin, and you got these people that are just like whipping out their phone on TikTok. Go, let me see if I can get a few laughs and a few comments on TikTok.
Like,
I'm just gonna
that's just
bash in his
wrong,
death.
bro. That's embarrassing.
Come
like
on,
that.
bro,
Come
you
on,
know,
man.
like-
leave the dead alone.
Yeah,
Like, come on,
exactly.
man.
And it's more who that affects as well. So.
Exactly.
100%. Yeah, there's a grieving family. But yeah, is that a wrap, boys? That's a wrap, boys. Well, that's a wrap for another episode of the Off the Ropes podcast. If you're new here, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. Again, Nick, thank you for coming on.
I appreciate
We're
it,
gonna do this
boys.
more often. We're gonna do
Yeah.
something else in terms of wrestling. I
love
feel like there's not
wrestling.
enough of this in Australia. But yeah, if again. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure you go buy your tickets for the upcoming Tribal Warfare 2 Pacifica Wrestling Federation. The ticket links are in the description. Make sure you buy your tickets. And yeah, other than that, you have a great night. And that is us, the Outliers. We are out. See you later.